What is going on, everyone? Yay! Another day, another you, another me. It's Sunday, everyone's favorite fun day. I love a good Sunday. So I got my Prostagma shirt on for Sunday. Special day. Today we well, actually, okay. I want to watch a game, but I do want to show off something because I was told to show this off. So there was a recent update with the old streamer gods. I haven't really been using it recently, but if we jump over onto this screen, is it going to work? Is it going to work? Is it not going to work? Oh no, I don't have a game, and then it's up. All right, we got a little cheeky streamer gods review coming at you. As you can now see, there are some new additions to the roster. No new Aztecs. The Aztecs have just come out. We haven't seen any new Aztecs. There's still the Super Yomi over here. As we start moving forward, we are seeing a little someone that looks a little bit different. This here is Eyes Machinong, God of I genuinely do not know who that little guy is. Yep. No idea who that little guy is or why they're there, but this is the Eyes Machinong. Now, there could also be some other Easter eggs in here. Like there is that, I don't know if they've added anything. There's still Boitus. And we do have Mosquidon, which is hilarious. God of the Surf. Love it. I didn't realize Moscow was into surfing, but that's hilarious. And then we have Dimitristar as Punkstar comes in with his Dimitri. This is awesome. Look at, he's got his little wine glass, living the dream. We got Satfat. That's the god of Argo, yo, 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 go, 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 yeah, and then we have ourselves down here. We got Mooski. Mooski, god of rare strats. And he's got himself a little, I don't even know, a little a cheeky drink attached to himself. We've also got over here the prayer. I think that's Rapple, right? Is that Rapple or is it meant to be Rapple? I don't even know. I think it's Rapple. I should also note there is one minor god over here called Baldaminati. Oh, thanks for the raid, man. So yeah, we got Baldaminati over here. And then there is the old Boitus. No, Boiteranos. I don't know why I get two, but apparently there's two for me. And the last one is J8less. Jatless. J8less. So the streamers are starting to get more and more. You show your face, you become a part of the Streamer Gods package. I am interested if there's been anything else added. We do have in the roster here. Oh, there is! We have John Tomas. John Tomas is in here as the was it Jason? As the Jason. John Tomas. What a time to be alive. And we've also got Fat Fuck Hercules, John Arbiter and his Fat Fuck Hercules. Always unhappy with that one. I need to see if there's any other ones that have been added in here now. No. I don't believe that any of these, no, these ones won't. I don't believe these ones will. They could be like the superheroes from China that have been changed. That makes some sense. No. I don't imagine any of the Japanese or the Aztecs would have been changed. Maybe the Tijipla? Well, that's it. That's the old new god package. That's kind of exciting. And Super is Super Yomi. Arguably, he should be on Freyr or Odin or Thor as well. But today I'm gonna cast the game first, and then we're gonna play some ladder, and then later we will have something else going on. So I saw this game from Soup and Magic, and I thought, why not cast that one? That's gonna be fun. How do you counter Uranus with Odin? Walls, throwing axeman, and a can-do attitude. Walls, throwing axeman, and a can-do attitude. All right. All right. So let's jump into our first game of the day, and then I'll play some ladder games afterwards. But seriously, walls and throwing axemen are kind of your best bet versus Uranus' Odin, I would say. Alrighty. Let's flip these guys around. And let's watch this game. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, assorted members of the jury, today I present to you a my arrow keys don't work. Casting of Age Mythology Retold. In the top of the map, playing as Susanoo, it is Super Rusty Magic. He's refusing to go by anything other than Super Rusty until he starts dominating everyone every single game, in which case he will probably change his name from Super Rusty Magic to just Rusty Magic. And then maybe later we might see him go back to I Am Magic. You can't be I Am Magic unless you are actually a magician, of which case does require no rust. The sleight of hand needs to be well and truly trained. But I'm sure he's going to be getting back into the swing of it as he's been playing more and more recently. He's been having some fun, I think, and I think he's got the right approach to the game this time round. I think we all jumped into Retold and were like, wow, we've got these devs. They've changed our game. God damn it, we got to complain about it nonstop. And then when you start realizing that the game is the way it is, and yeah, you can probably make a comment or two about certain things being a little bit silly. It's much more healthy to just be like, look, let's just try and beat the silly thing, rather than just like build it up to this really unfair thing. And we're just going to try and beat it. And that's what Magic's been saying he's been doing. And I think he's been having a lot more fun with it since then. So we'll see how long that lasts for, because obviously that can get tiring to have that kind of attitude. But I think it's a good approach for a top player to have. For everyone else, just remember, you just get better. Just get better, he says. His opponent today, playing as the god Satfat. It is Husk Super, the ultimate of strategic wonder and glory and bliss. These guys are playing on the map Blue Lagoon, which is a classic. And yeah, they played a bunch of games the other day. I just thought I'd watch one of them. This one looked like a lot of fun. Susanoo versus Set. It's kind of interesting matchup. There's a lot of sneaky things you can do as Set, and there's a lot of sneaky things you can do as Susanoo to create pressure and cause problems. I love this temple from Soup. This is one of the new sort of ideas that I've been thinking is just really good to do. This is an incredibly expensive building at 150 gold. Why are we putting it out of our base and having a big target on our back that people can target? Just doesn't make any sense to me. Why not put it close to our town center, and we can use the temple to then build some sort of a wall around our base. I love this from Soup, especially versus Susanoo, who's got access to those kitsune, which are really, really annoying to do, to deal with. Even with something like Egyptian, who's got the priest, it's just really annoying to deal with. Nonetheless, villagers on the gold mine for the time being. It will be Minakatatomi coming in for Magic, which has more often than not been probably the more picked god now for Susanoo and for Amaterasu. It did end up being early days that we were seeing a lot more, what's it called? Amano Uzume, as well as, come on, Inari Okami. There we go. Hello there, Machine Rev. Chemo, we haven't seen Chemo recently. I don't know if he's going to come back and play or not. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's happening with him. He didn't really say anything when he stopped playing. Those that know him, I don't think have heard anything from him. I hope he's all right. But yeah, maybe in the future he'll come back and play some more. Maybe he's decided to hang up the glove, so to speak, and stop playing RTS games, stop playing games in general. I don't know what's going on there. But yeah. Nonetheless, we got ourselves Saltwater Spring coming through for Magic. He is getting attacked by the Anubites as the gazelles and set animals are going to be getting brought back. And we do see Soup going for his tried and true classic village center. This is what Soup likes to do. He loves it because he's going to be able to take all of his villagers and empower them all. So basically, the Pharaoh is giving an extra 20% bonus to any villagers that are gathering, right? Any villagers that are gathering and dropping off into a drop site. So if Soup can just put if he has 100 villagers gathering on his village center, then he can get himself effectively 120 villages worth of economy. And of course, he doesn't have 100 villages right now, and he needs to bring these villages over there. But it's a gigantic economic boom for Soup. Over onto this side, we have some barracks coming down for Soup as well, which I don't mind. I think he will have to be somewhat concerned with how he's going to be able to get out onto a second gold mine, but he is versus Susanoo, and he is versus Minakata, so there is a little bit of a scary game coming for him. And the scary game coming for him is namely going to be one Udall that get built out and can break through a base. They're siege weapons, very, very strong, as we do see the Kitsune comes through, checking this out, does see the village center. Magic's going to go, what the hell is that? What do I do now? That's very strange. But it does, the thing is here that this is going to take he's super rusty, right? It's going to take Magic way out of his comfort zone. And that, I don't know if this is part of the point here from what Soup's going for, if he would do this normally against anyone, or if he's just playing the player and he goes, well, Magic hasn't seen this strat yet, let me throw it at him type things. So the ideas now for Magic, there are two main ideas when you see a village center. Idea number one is just grab a regular town center and then just say, great, I'll be able to catch up on the village account over time, and that's going to be enough for me to be fine in this game. Idea number two is we go heroic age and we look to get some sort of a gold star because our opponent is stuck in their main base, and especially Soup with this strategy, they're stuck in their main base. They're getting maximum amount of resources for that, but they can't get more than the 3,000 gold in the main base. So that's going to be something that you can look to deny. You can look to deny the second gold mine and look for a big fat amount of damage where that's concerned, either winning the game right on the spot or doing enough damage that the game is going to continue, and you can sort of play through that situation decently. And nonetheless, Spearman raids coming through, Naginata riders, just looking for something to do. There's not really a whole lot out on the map just yet. These cav are not going to have a huge amount of success, but just making sure that there's no priest shenanigans coming up right in this corner area. Soup does manage to get himself an elephant there, and also picks up the Hestia's Hearth, which is really nice because he's on basically 1.75 town centers, so an extra 5% on both of those is going to be quite nice. A couple of villager spearmen do die there to that Kusanagi. It does make his Shrine of the Hunt a little bit cheaper, but realistically, the play that we're seeing more and more with Susanoo, and the obvious best way to play Susanoo at the moment, is save all your god powers until the heroic age. And if you can save your god powers into the mythic age, save them for the mythic age, drop the big god power first, whether that be Smiting Gust, whether that be Thunderburst, whether that be Dragon, Typhoon, or whether that be the Divine Slash. Use that first, and then every other lower cost god power gets used after it. Now, of course, the Shrine of the Hunt is going to go down first no matter what. It's just too much value to say no to. But the idea would be that you can then get your secondary cast of, say, Divine Slash or Dragon Typhoon, and then you can keep on going in that way, and it's very, very strong. Because we are going to be seeing the Raijin coming through for Magic. Soup trying to make something happen on this front, but this Shrine of the Hunt is a very, very strong defensive position. You can't really push this. You could run around the side and potentially push the wood. You could run around this side, potentially push the berries. You could come in and push the gold mine as well, but this position here is unattackable without heroes. If you have the heroes in, you're good to come in and just start sniping these down. Of course, Egyptian's heroes, probably not even the best to make that happen, but still, could go for that. As the gold mine here for Soup about to be expiring, and one thing that he's probably going to be kicking himself for not doing here already, as he's got map control to some degree, he's forced magic into his base. He should have some sort of an inkling that a heroic age is coming. Just get out here. Wall. Beautiful gold mine for the taking. He's got his entire base walled off, so pushing through and breaking this position It's going to be really, really tough. Of course, there is a world here where Soup, at any point here, when he hits the heroic age, he can just walk over there and be okay to drop a Migdol, put the walls down a little bit later. But the safe play here and the consistent play and the play that works for any Civ is if you can read a heroic age coming, and if you can read your opponent sitting in their main base, take that opportunity to just get some walls up, especially when you're on 2 town centers. There's Magic, going to be riding in, searching for his shenanigans. We do see the upgrades. Thunderous Presence. We've also got Crushing Waves coming through, so Magic is looking to make some Raiju in this game, which are very, very strong, mind you. Very, very powerful myth units. Their weakness is walls, and I'm fairly certain that Soup understands that. As Soup now wandering up onto this side. He's not going for this town center. He's going for this gold mine. First thing Soup needs, only thing Soup needs here, as he's way in front on villagers, is to effectively just sit back and play defense. Any good amount of damage he can do, fantastic, get it. But the longer he gets to sit with a 20 villager lead, the further in front he should be able to get. As the Raiju are coming out for Magic, he's getting himself the Crushing Waves, Yumi Horse Archers, also starting to come through as Magic sees this is a really nice opportunity here. Magic sees these barracks and he can potentially just come and just take this infrastructure out. Of course, Soup could probably just throw some barracks down around this, the Monument to the Soldiers. He's got himself 1 Migdol stronghold up over here. Generally speaking, especially when you're 2 town centers, I much prefer the idea of getting a second Migdol up on your gold mine, especially versus Susanoo, who can effectively clean up an entire army with a Mythic Age God power. But we'll see what the Magic plan is going to be here.
Nandes.
As Magic says, time to go in. Only a handful of priests as the minions will come through. And Magic says, great. No worries. I will disengage. He does drop another Kusanagi. Kind of, well, he's making the Shrine of the Hunt cheaper, so we might use that again. As Soup says, great, let me get some damage on your retreat here. Turns around with the Raiju, gets 1 raw. Lots and lots of low HP spearmen that can pull back and get healed up. But Soup right now, he needs priests, as he does queue out 5 from the temple, and a second temple actually will end up coming down for Soup. Love that decision. One of the big problems that you can run in with Egyptian, and you can run into this problem with another civ as well, with the Aztecs as well, is only 1 temple. I can't get out my warrior priests to deal, or my priests to deal with myth units. What's the answer? Just get down a second temple. They're not that expensive. 300 resources, 150 resources. Not that expensive. Get them down, and you will have an answer to your opponent's myth units with the amount of warrior priests or priests you can spam out. Now, Soup also does already have himself his priest upgrade. So these are very cheap at only 70 gold. And he can pump out a whole bunch more of them if he likes. The only problem here is that, well, there is going to be a nice counter to pretty much anything, or a big power spike here for Magic inside of Thunderdome. The Raiju here are going to be finding their way in onto this position, as Soup needs to bail into the town village center, which doesn't have room there. He does manage to pick up a bunch of villagers with this raid. The wall's coming up over onto this side, does get some pressure over onto here, but these Raiju are going rampant inside the main base of Soup. Really, really nice move there from Magic, and that raid does effectively bring this game back to some sort of equality, as the Raiju still coming out. We see another Kusanagi coming down. Then there goes the Thunderburst. Unfortunately, just that little bit in the wrong order. He gets his Kusanagi cheaper. He gets his Shrine of the Hunt cheaper. But now the Thunderburst sits there with 200 favor, as Soup does get caught out in the middle of the map. He is going to be losing all of these units. And here's the thing. Even if you're in front on village account, if you throw away an army, that is you inviting your opponent back into the game as the priest sitting over here now. They're getting some good damage done. The Raiju will be attempting to pull back, gets another couple of kills here. But those Raiju already paid for themselves and more with the villager raids and that big pick on the surround coming back in. And Magic now does find himself in what I would consider to be a very, very good position. He can grab a second town center now if he likes. He can look to push forward and drop a castle over here. Soup, on the other hand, probably should start considering to see how he can get up onto this gold mine or over onto this gold mine. And obviously some more walls around the map. He's got lots and lots of resources in the bank. An attempt to potentially get to the Mythic Age is not going to go well here for Soup, though the pushing power for Magic, it's not really there. He's going to be dropping units. He has to pull back. We do see some army trying to charge in here and actually get some more damage. A couple of villagers over here might get sniped there as Magic does see the opportunity to go after them. The Raiju will end up falling. Spearman now going to be doing good things against those Naginata riders. Another Kusanagi does come down. And of course, now with all the priests out, Magic isn't really going to want to build myth units for a little bit. There's only 4 of them, but there's more priests coming. And this is the hard part. This is the thing that you got to scout if you're playing as Egyptian. You don't really need many more than 4 priests if your opponent's got 0 myth units. The priests are going to be able to heal everyone up. Obviously, it's always going to be value. It's always worth to have a couple of priests in your army as Egyptian. But if you go too heavy on the priests, and then Magic says, you know what, I'm going to read this and I'm going to not build any myth units, and then I'm just going to build human units, I'm going to be able to break through that weaker army a little bit easier. As Magic's plan here looks to be, he is going to get that town center. I was going to say it looks to be a Mythic Age, because that's what makes sense. But he went for the town center, deletes the town center, and I think now it is Mythic Age angle, and he is going to be going for Watatsumi. So this god power is still incredibly powerful. The only real way to play around it, as far as I'm concerned, is to slow creep forward with Migdol and walls, and your army is going to be playing close to Migdols. Either that or get your economy so far in front of your opponent, of which it's not currently, so far in front of your opponent that you can afford to lose a 4K army. Meanwhile, Naginata riders over onto this side, looking for little tiny raids, a whole bunch of the heavy Yumi horse archers to come through as well. There is obviously this technology in the castle, in the archery range or the guardhouse here that should probably be getting grabbed here for Magic. Both of them are really, really good for the Yumi horse archer and the Yumi archer. But on top of that, there's also the upgrade that comes through from Watatsumi, which is asymmetrical bows. If you get all 3 of those upgrades, your asymmetrical bow Yumi horse archers become an absolute menace to deal with. There's a little bit of a raid over onto this side as the villagers will be coming straight through past the pack of chariot archers. Of course, the units are over here, and we do see another Kusanagi to come through as Magic attempting to keep his villagers alive and in one piece as the spearmen charge forward. If the spearmen get on top of the Yumi horse archer, they're getting their bonus damage. They're actually quite strong here versus them, especially the set ones at 5.3 speed. That being said, if you just tank with the Yumi archers in the front and sort of shoot and scoop with the Yumi horse archers, you can actually probably deal with this without losing all too many. And that's sort of what Magic did there. He picks up a bunch of units. He gives himself out the Shinigami here. He's now got himself the 4th age god power. Soup is still in front on villagers. He's in front on military. He's pushing forward to take down a castle as a Migdol stronghold to come down. And I will repeat what I've said already, but the best game plan here for Soup moving forward is going to be to wall the entirety of the map, play fundamental set Egyptian age mythology, and slow push with walls and Migdol strongholds. That is the best way to avoid mass damage from the Dragon Typhoon. Dragon Typhoon also has a recharge time of 3 minutes, so during the downtime of the Dragon Typhoon, if you do manage to outplay it, you can really make a lot of ground and play around any extra one, as there goes the Dragon Typhoon, takes out all the units there of the Supinator. Absolutely brutal god power. But, I mean, to be honest, I think Soup can just rebuild his army here. The only issue is he doesn't have this gold mine protected. He's getting Amygdala up to get this position. And if Magic has any inkling to get over onto that right side and harass that, well, the game is going to be very, very tough here for Soup. So we'll see if Soup can actually get himself out that arm. He's got plenty of resources in the bank for Chariot Archers. Chariot Archers are a very, very powerful unit versus the Japanese. He's got to shoot and scoot. He's got to stay away from these units, and especially away from the Yumi Horse Archer. If you don't control the Chariot Archer and you don't utilize its speed and range, the Chariot Archer goes from what I consider to be the best ranged unit in the game to the absolute worst. And that's wild to actually say out loud, because I'm like, oh, well, I don't not micro. I micro it, right? So it's really good when you micro it. But if you don't, the actual stats, they're not that good. Like the DPS stats, the survivability stats, they're not that good. The survivability comes from 5 speed, 19, 21 range. That's where the Chariot Archer gets good. So you've got to make sure that it's constantly at max range and staying away from, say, a Yumi Horse Archer, which is going to be doing 14.4 pierce damage per second, compared to the Chariot Archer, which is doing 10.6 pierce damage per second. Now, of course, you could also argue, well, you're right, but maybe the Yumi Horse Archer is a little bit more of a generalist, and the Chariot Archer is a little bit more of a counter infantry unit. But the point of the matter here is that if you're not microing the Chariot Archer, you're losing the game. So, nonetheless, big fat charge in here from Magic, as Soup does get caught out on this position. He does have the Migdol up here. He can get onto this gold mine for the time being, but losing a couple of villages here isn't the end of the world. The problem is going to be a problem of gold, however, as they can't really be selling anything. We do see the Siege Tower is going to be going for a little bit of a Hail Mary play, as up onto the top here, villagers do get spotted. They have to dive into the Migdol stronghold. Villagers over here are idle at the moment. We've got 14, 15, nearly 30 villagers idled by Magic at this moment. As now, Shinobi will be starting to come through from Magic. Love to see the Shinobi. These units are a very, very high skill unit. That being said, Soup does get caught out with his Chariot Archers. I want to get into the Shinobi and talk about it a little bit. The Shinobi is really high skill because all of the Shinobis, and I call it power budget, it's called power budget from what I've heard and been talked to about by developers about any sort of game. Units have a power budget. The power budget for the Shinobi comes in the shape of its unique ability, Shinjutsu. So if you don't calculate for the boost that you get from Shinjutsu, which takes the Shinobi up to 7 speed, in this case I think even more than 7 speed. This is 5.3, maybe that's what it is naturally. Yeah, he's got an extra little bit of speed here because he's got grass cutting sword. But he goes up to 7+ speed, but also his damage goes up by I think 2x or something, right? Yeah, he gets an extra 2x damage. Take a look at it. It's doing it's doing 27 hack damage per second. 27. Of course, the actual survivability stats on the Shinobi, not so good. But Magic comes through, hits off this gold mine again, and Soup is now finding himself with 0 gold in the bank. He does still have a villager lead. He's still got an army, but Soup is going to be really needing some units out over onto this side. He's got a whole bunch of Chariot Archers idle here. Scorpion Men on the front here without those Chariot Archers. You can imagine how much better this fight would be going if he had those in. But they are having the time of their life over there as the villagers do pop out of the Migdol. One Shinigami to take out the Migdol is going to be a nice move from Magic as well. And he has managed here to bring this game back from the brink. And I don't know what Soup's plan is going to be apart from resigning here, as he does decide to tap out. And Magic manages to find the dub. A nice little win here from Magic. I would have loved to see Soup get himself these walls set up to protect this gold mine and this gold mine. I think, yes, by all intents and purposes, this God Power did a ridiculous amount of damage. However, the economic difference in this game was absolutely gigantic. So, what Soup had to do here was survive. Allow his income to keep him going, and then he would have been able to bring this game, militarily speaking, back, and probably either it might have still been a close game, maybe there's still chances for Magic, but he would have given himself a very, very nice position to play from if he'd had this all protected up, but unfortunately he didn't. He put the Migdol over here, which I get, he was going for the settlement, but I think the gold was everything and more. Unfortunately, didn't do that, and that's where Magic found the dub. GG. Well played for Magic. You can see that he has got, I would say he's got, I wouldn't say he's like rusty from a mechanical standpoint. He looks like he's on his game, but he is rusty from probably like a knowledge standpoint at the moment. Things like dropping the Kusanagi a lot, the dropping the Kusanagi before the Thunderburst, even though he had the Thunderburst available to him. Doing things in the right order there to maximize the amount of value you get from these things would be probably the only real thing that he needs to learn. And I think he's going to be maybe dropping that super off his name and just being rusty. So I'm excited to see what Magic is going to look like in a week's time, in a month's time, and all the other fun shenanigans that come from that. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed the game, make sure to follow on the Twitcheroonie, and if you're on the YouTube, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next game. Alrighty. What did you guys actually think? I wasn't really watching chat because I was watching the game. Tell me. What were you guys talking about? Is SSS equals stupid, Susanol spam? No. I'm going to play some ranked games, hey? Holy ranked games. That was a fast one. We need more games like that last game yesterday. Yeah, so in order for games to like that to happen, you need either both players to make tons of mistakes or both players to make no mistakes. And unfortunately, that doesn't happen a huge amount, to be honest. But yeah, we might see some more games like that. I don't know. It was a fun game. I enjoyed it. If every game was like that, it would be awesome. But, you know, it's just... I don't even think that happens in... I don't know. I'm playing against Punk Style as Freya. Okay. Okay. Let's see if we cannot survive the Chronos.
Yeah. Skipan?
Til skipan? Já, ég vil tilbúinn.
Hver þar? Tilbúinn. Hver þar? Samþykkt. Veiðimaður.
Já, veiðimaður. Já,
Just gonna get a scout in here and just see.
Ég vil, já, samþykkt. Já.
That's 2.
Já.
Just want to see exactly what's going on in this base before I head back and hopefully get some goats. He's sent his dudes forward. I don't see anyone on wood. I do see one on gold. Doesn't necessarily mean a whole lot, but I'm gonna wander back and just assume he's Chronos rushing. So I'm going to grab myself all the wood I need for my temple.
Já.
And I'm going to put the temple in my base. And I'm going to try and just basically survive.
Já. Tilbúin. Já. Skipan. Tilbúin. Já. Samþykkt. Tilbúin.
Skipan?
Já. Ég vil. Skipan, hver það? Satt. Já. Veiðimaður.
Get the extra guy out.
Já.
And then we have to herd all of our hunt underneath our town center, so he can't raid that. Oh, I do need another villager on wood here.
Timbursveit.
Já. Hver þar? Tilbúin samt grjótsveit. Tilbúin. Ég samþykkt. Já. Ég til orustur. Ég samþykkt. Ég vil. Sækið fram. Ég vil. Samþykkt. Já.
Hver ég vil? Veiðimaður.
Ég rás. Ég samþykkt. Ég samþykkt. Já. Já.
Tilbúin.
Ég samþykkt. Já. Ég sækið fram. Já.
Hver þar?
Já, ég skil. Já, ég vil veiðimaður. Skipan. Já, veiðimaður. Já, hver það? Já, skil ég grjótsveit. Tilbúin. Ég vil. Tilbúin. Atrás. Já, samþykkt. Grjótsveit. Atrás. Grjótsveit.
Okay.
Skipan. Tilbúin. Já, samþykkt. Já. Til ég vil.
Já. Skipan? Satt. Samþykkt. Timbursveit. Ég vil.
Já. Hver já. Ég satt. Ég samþykkt. Já, satt. Skipun. Já, svo samþykkt. Já. Já. Hver það? Tilbúin. Samþykkt. Hver það? Skip. Ég satt.
Hver það? Samþykkt. Satt. Timbursveit.
Hver satt? Timbursveit.
Já. Ég vil.
Skipan samþykkt. Já, ég tilbúin.
Satt. Timbursveit. Tilbúin.
Okay.
Ég vil. Satt.
Já, ég grjótsveit.
I don't feel too bad about that. I think that went okay.
Timbursveit.
Hver satt? Grjótsveit. Ég satt. Skip samþykkt. Já, satt. Ég vil. Tilbúin. Já. Skipan. Samþykkt.
Hver það? Veiðimaður.
Já. Tilbúin. Skipan. Rás. Já, satt. Tilbúin. Já. Ég samþykkt. Ég vil. Já. Ég vil. Já. Hver? Já. Já. Tilbúin. Satt. Til orðuslag. Hver það? Atrás. Já, samþykkt. Ég atrás. Skip. Já. Til orðuslag. Já. Skipan. Já. Já, samþykkt. Ég vil. Hver það? Já, timbursveit. Skipan. Já. Samþykkt.
Skipan? Já. Satt. Tilbúin.
Satt ráð. Já, ég vil.
All right.
Já, ég satt ráð. Já, hver þar? Já, samþykkt. Til ég vil. Satt. Ég vil. Samþykkt. Já. Tilbúin. Samþykkt. Já, já. Sækið fram. Ég satt ráð. Skipan samþykkt til orusturslag. Ég vil. Ég samþykkt. Ég, já, já. Skip, já, ég, já, ég, já, ég vil. Já, samþykkt. Ég satt, já. Tilbúin. Samþykkt. Ég, já. Tilbúin. Ég, já. Satt. Ég vil.
Let's get this.
Já, satt. Samþykkt. Ég, já. Ég vil. Satt. Ég, já. Ég vil. Skipan. Já, satt. Samþykkt. Til samþykkt. Ég vil. Já, samþykkt. Já, ég vil. Fyrst samþykkt. Ég, já. Ég vil. Tilbúin. Satt. Ég vil. Já. Ég vil. Já, satt. Já, samþykkt. Ég, já, satt. Atrás.
Need to see if this town center is up
Já.
or not.
Tilbúin. Atrás. Skip. Ég vil.
Ég vil. Timbursveit.
Tilbúin. Tilbúin.
Okay, it is up, but I don't know if it's been up for very long.
Já. Ég vil. Samþykkt. Ég, já. Samþykkt. Já. Ég vil.
I wonder if we can all in it.
Ég vil.
Skipan. Hver þar? Samþykkt. Veiðimaður.
Skipan. Já. Satt. Já, ég vil. Satt. Já, ég samþykkt. Já. Skipan. Timbursveit. Hver þar? Til ég satt. Tilbúin. Já. Skipan. Tilbúin. Já.
Já. Til veiðimaður.
Já. Já. Tilbúin. Já. Skip satt. Til ég vil. Já. Já, samþykkt. Ég vil. Samþykkt. Já, satt.
Yeah, let's try this.
Til fyrst skipan.
Normally I would play a little slower. To be honest, I wouldn't do this, but I'm feeling like it in this situation. I just want 2 rams. Might get another one of these and another house or 2. 2 rams. And then we are getting all of our upgrades as well. And then we can probably just charge through him while he's trying to do something weird.
Samþykkt. Já. Já, samþykkt. Já. Tilbúin. Ég vil.
Okay.
Já, satt.
Whoa, 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 what's happening here?
Tilbúin. Já, ég vil. Já, satt. Hver tilbúin. Já, ég samþykkt. Já, satt. Já, satt. Já, ég já. Hver það? Ég samþykkt. Já, atrás. Ég samþykkt. Já, ég samþykkt. Já, ég já. Já, ég vil. Já, tilbúin. Til orðsturslag. Já, ég vil. Til atrás. Já, sækið fram. Samþykkt. Ég vil. Atrás. Tilbúin. Já. Já, satt. Ég vil. Já. Já, ég vil. Já. Ég vil. Ég vil. Já, samþykkt. Já. Samþykkt. Já. Tilbúin. Ég vil. Sækið. Ég vil. Til orðstu. Samþykkt. Já. Já. Tilbúin. Ég vil. Já, ég vil. Satt. Skipan. Já. Tilbúin. Já. Já. Ég vil. Samþykkt. Skipan. Já. Hver það? Ég vil. Já. Ég vil. Til orð. Ég vil. Já, samþykkt. Já. Ég samþykkt. Já. Já. Ég aðrás. Tilbúin. Samþykkt. Sækið fram. Til orðsturslag. Tilbúin, já. Sækið, já. Ég vil. Já, ég vil. Tilbúin, satt. Atrás. Fyrir það. Já, til orrustuslag. Já. Ég vil. Já, ég vil. Já, ég vil. Já, ég vil. Já, ég vil. Samþykki. Já.
Okay.
Já, samgrjón. Tilbúin. Já, til orrustuslag. Já. Já, skip. Til orrustuslag. Ég vil. Já. Ég samþykkt. Já. Ég sækið til orrustuslag. Atrás. Já, ég samþykkt. Ég sækið
Já,
fram.
hver það? Ég vil. Timbur.
Skipan. Til orrustuslag.
Hver það? Ég samþykkt. Hver já satt?
Já, skipan. Tilbúin. Já.
Já, ég vil.
Skipan. Tilbúin. Já, skip. Já. Skip. Tilbúin. Orrustuslag. Já, sækið fram. Já. Atrás. Tilbúin. Já, ég samþykkt. Ég vil. Já, skip. Tilbúin. Tilbúin. Já. Ég vil. Ég vil. Sækið fram. Til orrustuslag. Já, skipan. Atrás.
He has a gold mine here.
Til orrustuslag.
I need to kill some villagers though.
Til skipan. Ég vil. Já, samþykkt. Já. Já. Já, samþykkt. Ég samþykkt. Ég vil. Já, ég til skipan. Já. Já. Já, já. Ég vil. Til já. Ég vil. Samþykkt. Já, ég samþykkt. Já. Fyrir satt. Já. Samþykkt. Já. Já, samþykkt. Já. Til já. Samþykkt. Tilbúin. Já. Tilbúin. Ég skipan. Já. Til já. Ég vil. Tilbúin. Fyrir samþykkt. Já. Já. Skip. Já. Fyrir samþykkt.
Tilbúin satt.
Til skip. Tilbúin. Ég satt. Já. Já. Samþykkt. Ég já. 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 Ég samþykkt.
Ah, you can't come this way. What the hell?
Skipan. Skipan. Tilbúin.
Skipa. Já, samþykkt. Ég vil. Veiðimaður.
Fyrir já. Ég satt. Já. Satt. Fyrir það. Ég vil.
Ég sækið frá.
Já. Tilbúin. Já. Ég vil. Atrás. Tilbúin. Fyrst satt. Já. Samþykkt. Til ég satt. Tilbúin. Fyrir það. Já. Já. Til orrustuslag.
Skipan.
Já. Já. Já.
Til sækið
Já.
frá.
Skipan. Já. Ég satt. Já. Samþykkt. Til samþykkt. Ég vil. Skip. Til já. Já. Satt. Já. Ég samþykkt. Já. Ég satt. Satt. Já. Ég já. Samþykkt. Satt. Ég vil. Ég vil.
Satt. Samþykkt. Tilbúin. Ég vil. Samþykkt.
Fyrir það. Til já. Já. Satt. Ég samt. Já. Satt. Já. Ég vil. Já. Já. Ég vil. Já. Já. Ég vil. Satt. Já. Ég vil. Já. Já. Ég samt.
Ah.
Já. Satt. Samt. Ég vil. Samþykkt.
Can you guys stop dying so hard?
Fyrir já. Atrás til orrustuslag. Tilbúin. Ég já.
Jesus.
Já. Ég tilbúin. Já. Já. Til ég vil. Já. Skip. Ég vil. Til samsækið. Til já. Já.
Definitely should have gone into fucking Draugr. That would have been the way better choice. Ah, shit. Stop running people in.
Já. Tilbúin. Ég já. Já. Til orrustuslag. Tilbúin. Ég vil.
Hver þar?
Já. Já. Skip. Ég já. Ég vil. Já. Ég vil. Skip. Já. Samþykkt. Tilbúin. Ég já. Já. Samþykkt.
Tilbúið samþykkt. Satt.
Ég vil.
Til skipan.
Já.
Hver satt?
Ég já.
Atrás. Hver atrás? Já.
Já, ég vil.
Já. Skipan.
Grjótsveit.
Tilbúið satt. Grjótsveit.
Já. Tilbúin. Ég vil. Ég vil. Já. Ég vil. Já. Ég vil. Já. Tilbúin. Já. 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 Ég samþykkt. Tilbúin. Já. Ég samþykkt. Já. Ég vil. Já. Samþykkt. Tilbúin. Já. Til orrustuslag.
Skipan. Ég satt. Já.
Já. Já. Skip. Já. Tilbúin. Já. 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 Ég vil.
What the fuck?
Já. Ég vil.
Tilbúið grjótsveit.
Já. Samþykkt. Ég vil. Já. Tilbúin.
Atrás.
Já. Skipan. Tilbúin. Samþykkt. Sækið. Já. Samþykkt. Já. Ég vil. Atrás.
Ég vil samsa. Grjótsveit. Tilbúið grjót.
Já. Samþykkt. Ég vil.
Skipan.
Já, satt. Hver það? Já, ég vil. Samþykkt.
Tilbúin. Já. Til orrustuslag. Já. Skipan.
We need more gold.
Já. Já. Ég samþykkt.
We do have
Ég samþykkt.
this like kind of blocked off, so he's only got that gold mine left. But I imagine he just goes mythic age here, and I think I'm dead.
Ég samþykkt. Já. Samþykkt. Ég samþykkt. Já. Tilbúin. Já. Ég samþykkt. Já.
Skip. Átrá. Grjótsveit. Tilbúin.
Ég vil.
Oh, he's got the time shifting BS over here.
Hver það?
Skipan. Átrás.
Ég vil. Samþykkt.
Hver það? Já, ég satt. Grjótsveit.
Já. Skip. Ég vil. Já. Samþykkt. Skipan. Sækið. Já. Framrás.
Tilbúin. Átrás. Átrás.
Já. Tilbúin.
Whoops.
Ég vil.
Not the best of control here from me, but okay.
Samþykkt. Já.
Tilbúið grjóts. Ég vil sam. Grjótsveit.
Já. Tilbúin. Ég vil. Samþykkt.
I don't have an armory.
Já. Ég samþykkt. Til orrustuslag. Ég samþykkt. Já.
Til satt.
Ég samþykkt.
Já, samþykkt.
Já. Sækið. Fram. Já. Samþykkt.
Skipan.
Tilbúin. Ég vil. Skip. Samþykkt.
Hver það? Ég vil.
Já. Tilbúin.
Ég vil.
Já. Tilbúin. Já. Ég vil. Já. Já. Tilbúin. Já. Ég vil.
Til. Já, samþykkt.
Skip. Sækið. Fram. Já. Tilbúin. Til orrustuslag. Já. Ég samþykkt. Já. Tilbúin. Ég vil. Ég vil. Skip. Tilbúin. Samþykkt. Ég sækið. Fram.
Ég vil. Ég satt.
Já. Tilbúin. Já. Tilbúin. Ég. Já. Samþykkt. Já.
Hver er þar? Já. Timbursveit,
Já,
timbursveit.
skipan. Ég vil. Sækið fram.
Samþykkt.
Já. Ég vil. Tilbúin. Já.
Ég vil. Já. Samþykkt.
Já. Skjá. Skipan. Já. Já. Ég til orrustuslag.
Skipan, samþykkt.
Tilbúin. Já, samþykkt. Já, ég já. Til ég já. Já, skipan. Samþykkt. Já, frá sækið fram. Ég já, samþykkt. Skipan, já. Já, ég vil. Tilbúin, já, ég vil. Já, skipan, já, samtilbúin, já, ég vil. Til orrustuslag, já, já, tilbúin.
Já, satt. Ég grjótsveit.
Já, skipan. Já, ég vil. Já, ég vil. Já, samtilbúin, ég vil. Já, ég vil. Já, tilbúin.
Tilbúin, satt.
Fjósamaður.
Já, já, til orrustuslag. Tilbúin, ég, já, samþykkt. Ég vil, samþykkt. Ég vil, já. Til samþykkt, ég vil, já. Já, ég sæki til orrustuslag. Tilbúin, já, samþykkt. Já, ég vil. Já, tilbúin. Já, ég vil. Samþykkt. Já, samþykkt. Já.
Okay.
Ég er tilbúin. Samþykkt. Já, já. Samþykkt. Tilbúin, já. Skip, ég, já. Já. Ég er tilbúin. Samþykkt. Já, samþykkt. Já, ég er samþykkt. Já, samþykkt. Tilbúin. Skip hann. Já, já, ég samþykkt, ég skip hann. Já, ég vil. Samþykkt.
Skip hann.
Ég vil. Fjósamaður.
Til skip hann. Já, tilbúin. Já, sækið fram. Skip, já, samþykkt, já, tilbúin, já. Ég samþykkt, já, já. Tilbúin, já, ég, já, ég, aðrás. Til samþykkt, já. Samþykkt, já, ég vil, já. Til orrustuslag, já, ég, já. Ég samþykkt, til skipan. Ég, já, aðrás.
Já, tilbúin. Timbursveit.
Já.
Okay, can I get a town center up now, maybe?
Ég samtilbúin, já. Já, tilbúin. Ég, já, ég til, já. Ég, já, samþykkt. Já, tilbúin, já. Ég vil skipan, já. Samþykkt, ég vil. Samþykkt, ég vil. Já, ég vil. Samþykkt. Tilbúin, ég samþykkt, ég vil. Samþykkt, ég, já. Já, ég, já. Ég, já, samþykkt. Ég samþykkt, já. Ég vil. Samþykkt. Tilbúin. Sækið. Ég, já, samþykkt. Já, ég vil. Samþykkt, já. Samþykkt.
Hver er það? Tilbúin. Já,
Til skipan. Ég samþykkt, ég vil.
Hver samþykkt? Já,
Já,
grjótsveit.
skipan. Tilbúin. Samþykkt. Já, 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 ég vil. Skip. Samþykkt. Já, já. Til, ég, já. Já, samþykkt. Ég vil. Tilbúin. Ég samþykkt. Já, samþykkt. Jeg vil. Já, já, já. Skipan. Tilbúin. Samþykkt. Já, ég samþykkt. Jeg vil. Samþykkt. Já. Skipan. Tilbúin.
Skip hann. Samþykkt. satt, ég samþykkt, já, satt, ég samþykkt, já, satt, ég samþykkt, já, ég satt, ég já, samþykkt, já, tilbúin.
Ég vil. Já, samþykkt.
How does he have so many units? He shouldn't have anything.
Orustuslag.
I don't understand.
Skipan. Búkarl. Ég samþykkt. Búkarl.
Tilbúin. Sækið frá. Já.
Hver er það?
Já. Já. Sýta rás. Tilbúin. Já. Til sækið fram. Já. Til ég vil. Já. 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 Satrás. Já. Til orustuslag. Satrás. Já. Tilbúin. Já.
Já, satt, ég vil, grjótsveit.
Skip. Tilbúin. Sækið fram. Já. Samþykkt. Já. Tilbúin. Skip. Já. Tilbúin. Já. Ég. Já. Samþykkt. Ég. Já. Samþykkt. Já. Ég vil. Tilbúin. Já. Ég vil. Ég vil.
Samþykkt,
Já. Samþykkt.
Tilbúin. Ég grjótsveit.
ég satt. Samþykkt,
Ég.
Hver er það? Satt. Ég vil.
Til orustuslag.
Skipan.
Ég vil.
Tilbúin.
Já. Já. Ég samþykkt. Já. Sækið fram. Já. Ég samþykkt. Til ég vil. Já. Já. Skip samþykkt.
Ja, ég vil. Tilbúin. Satt. Ég vil.
Tilbúin. Já. Já. Tilbúin. Samþykkt. Já. Ég vil. Já. Ég vil. Já. Samþykkt. Ég vil. Samþykkt. Ég samþykkt. Já. Samþykkt. Ég vil. Já. Ég samþykkt. Já. Já. Til samþykkt. Já. Skip. Já. Ég vil. Já. Ég vil.
Ja.
Tilbúin. Já. Ég vil. Skipan. Já. Skip. Tilbúin. Samþykkt. Já. Skip. Ég vil. Já. Ég vil. Já. Atrás. Tilbúin. Já. Sækið. Já. Atrás. Skipan. Samþykkt. Til orustuslag. Skipan. Ég vil. Ég vil. Já. Ég samþykkt. Já.
Skipan. Til grjótsveit. Skipan. Samþykkt.
Sam.
Tilbúin. Já. Skipan. Samþykkt. Já.
Hver er það?
Samþykkt.
til timbursveit.
Okay, you guys come here.
Já, ég vil. Tilbúin. Já. Skip. Sækið fram. Tilbúin. Skipan. Ég vil. Samþykkt. Já. Ég samþykkt. Já. Samþykkt. Já.
Já, satt, ég vil.
Já.
Já. Ég. Tilbúin. Já. Já. Skip. Tilbúin. Samþykkt. Ég vil. Já. Ég samþykkt. Já. Ég samþykkt. Já. Skipan.
Ég vil. Satt. Já. Ég samþykkt. Satt.
Já. Samþykkt. Ég vil. Tilbúin. Já. Já. Samþykkt. Skipan.
Hver er þar? Samþykkt, já.
Ég vil. Tilbúin. Já. Já. Skip. Já. Samþykkt. Ég. Atrás. Já. Sækið fram. Til samþykkt. Já. 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 Samþykkt.
Já.
Ég vil.
Ég vil. Já. Til samþykkt. Til orustuslag.
Okay,
Tilbúin.
Tilbúin.
I need more barracks.
Tilbúin. Já. 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 Ég samþykkt. Já.
Hver þar? Skissa. Grjótsveit. Ég vil samþykkt. Grjótsveit.
Ég samþykkt. Tilbúin. Ég samþykkt. Ég vil.
Ég vil.
Tilbúin. Ég vil.
Ég samþykkt.
Já. Hver þar? Timbursveit.
Já, ég vil.
Sa.
Já. 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 Að rás. Sækið fram. Já.
Skipa. Tilbúin. Grjótsveit.
Samþykkt. Ég vil. Samþykkt. Já. Samþykkt. Já. Að rás. Já. Skipan. Tilbúin.
Okay, we get in here.
Já, já.
He might have a trade route, I don't know. I
Skipan.
just need to get myself some value somewhere here. I don't know where.
Tilbúin. Skipan. Samþykkt. Yes, já. Ég vil.
Tilbúin.
Skipan.
Já. Ádrátt.
Já. Skipan. Tilbúin. Samþykkt. Já. Skipan. Já. Samþykkt. Já. Ég vil.
Hver það? Tilbúin. Já, satt. Ég samþykkt.
Don't need that, I need this.
Já.
Tilbúin. Já. Já. Ég vil.
Okay.
Já. Ég skip. Ég vil. Já. Samþykkt. Ég vil. Já. Ég vil. Ég vil. Tilbúin. Já. Já.
I hate this god power.
Ég
I suck with this god power.
Tilbúin. Ég samþykkt. Ég vil. Já. Ég samþykkt. Til sækið fram. Ég að rás. Til samþykkt. Já. Að rás. Já. Ég samþykkt. Já. Ég samþykkt. Ég vil. Já. Ég vil. Já. Ég já. Ég vil. Hver þar?
Satt. Já. Grjótsveit. Tilbúin. Grjótsveit.
Samþykkt. Til sækið fram. Já. Já. Ég vil.
Já.
Tilbúin. Til orusturslag. Samþykkt.
Ég vil.
Já, já.
Hver það?
Skipimsa. Timbursveit. Ég vil.
Ég vil. Skipin að rás. Já, já, ég samþykkt.
Oh, I don't have any of these things, do I? Shit.
Skipin, já, já. Ég samþykkt. Skipan, tilbúin, já. Tilbúin, já, ég vil. Skipan, tilbúin, samþykkt, já, já, samþykkt. Tilbúin, já, ég vil.
Hver þar? Tilbúin. Ég vil. Grjótsveit.
Samþykkt. Já,
Skissa.
já.
Já. Satt.
Ég satt. Grjótsveit.
Lost gold mine.
Samþykkt, ég vil, samþykkt.
Just need to get some buildings down. Oh god.
Já, samþykkt. Já, já, samþykkt. Ég vil, já. Já.
Tilbúin. Já.
Samþykkt. Já, samþykkt. Ég vil, já. Tilbúin, já.
Sveit.
Já. Tilbúin.
Til sam satt.
Já. Samþykkt. Ég vil. Tilbúin.
Okay.
Já. Já. Já.
Já.
Skipa. Tilbúin. Samþykkt. Til orðstöðslag. Skipan. Að ráð. Tilbúin. Já. 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 Tilbúin. Já. Samþykkt. Já. Ég. Skipan. Já. Tilbúin. Já. Ég. Já. Tilbúin. Samþykkt. Já. Ég vil. Já. Ég vil. Samþykkt. Já. Já. Samþykkt. Já. Já. Samþykkt. Já. Ég vil. Skip. Tilbúin.
Right. You got all the favor. Just make heroes.
Já. Samþykkt. Já. Ég tilbúin. Skip. Já. Samþykkt. Já. Ég vil. Já. Ég samþykkt. Já. Ég samþykkt. Já. Ég. Já. Já. Ég samþykkt.
Hver það?
Tilbúin. Ég vil. Já. Samþykkt. Já. Tilbúin. Ég. Já. Samþykkt.
Skipan. Timbursveit.
Já. Tilbúin. Ég. Já. Ég vil. Já.
Tilbúi.
Já. Samþykkt. Já. Ég samþykkt. Já. Tilbúin. Samþykkt. Já. Ég vil. Skip. Tilbúin. Já. Ég vil. Samþykkt. Já. Ég sækir. Já. Samþykkt. Tilbúin. Ég vil. Til orðstöðslag. Já. Til og sækir fram. Ég vil. Til ég. Já.
Skipan. Satt.
Já. Ég vil. Skip. Já. Til samþykkt. Skip. Já. Já. Ég. Já. Skip. Tilbúin. Samþykkt. Já. Samþykkt. Ég samþykkt. Já.
Grjótsveit.
Abrasam grjótsveit.
Já.
Tilbúin.
Tilbúin. Samþykkt. Skip. Já. Skip.
Go Dragons!
Já. Skipan. Tilbúin. Já. Já. Til samþykkt. Skip. Já. Já. Ég vil. Já. Tilbúin.
Oh, he's got the heroes in.
Ég vil. Skip. Já. Já. Tilbúin. Samþykkt. Já. Já. Skip. Já. Tilbúin. Já. Já. Samþykkt. Tilbúin. Já. Ég vil.
Hver ég samþykkt.
Skip. Já. 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 Ég ráð. Samþykkt. Já. Tilbúin. Já. Skip. Já. Ég sækir samþykkt. Tilbúin. Já. Samþykkt. Já. Ég vil. Ég samþykkt. Já. Ég vil.
Skipan. Ég vil.
Já. Samþykkt. Já. Ég samþykkt. Já. Já. Ég vil. Já. Ég samþykkt. Já.
Já. Satt.
Ég vil. Samþykkt. Tilbúin.
Tilbúin. Satt.
Okay.
Ég vil satt.
Tilbúin.
Hver
Ég
það?
vil.
Skipan. Ég vil. Satt. Timbursveit. Ég vil.
Tilbúin. Já. Skip. Ég samþykkt. Já. Ég vil. Samþykkt. Tilbúin. Já.
I hope you guys are enjoying this one.
Ég
Já.
vil.
Hver það? Ég vil.
Já. Tilbúin.
Hey! GG! We brought it back from the brink. Let's go. Never give up, never surrender. Always. Always. We need to check the replay for a second. What? Why? Did I... There was a gold mine over here? Really? Ah, I said it, dude. There to scout. Oh, I'm so upset. I'm so upset. Ah, that was a fun game. Thanks, Punkstar. Well, I mean, in that sense, missing the gold mine made it an epic one. If I got the gold star, the game was over and I just win, right? Never give up, never surrender. Those Fafnir, oh my god, I want to actually look at the replay and see how much damage they did. Holy moly. Those Fafnir were like, they were like god tier Fafnir. Oh dear. We had the power of the Frere on our side. Oh dear. See, when it comes down to it, Chrono's just not a very strong god, so you don't even need economy, you just need to build myth unit. Do I have a mod that changes the recorded game names? No? I just wanted to see how much damage those Fafnir ended up getting up. I didn't count the gold mines. You're absolutely right. I should have. I was too focused to count the gold mines. It'll be my undoing. Like, look at my map. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 gold mines, and I did not understand. This wall actually probably won Punkstar the game because I clicked all around the corner and I didn't see this. Fucking wild. Alright, we're gonna get into and see these Fafnir. I need to see how much damage they did. It's always symmetrical, so there's 8 gold mines on this map. There could be 6, there could be 2, there could be 4, there could be 12. Should have rushed to the Mythic Age sooner to get the Fafnir out. This was tough because I couldn't fight him because he has implode. I didn't want to come over and take the fight. I had to split my army completely. But he still got like a max value implode off. Meanwhile, my Inferno was as garbage as they come. Classic. Skill issue. Wait. Where's the Fafnir? God tier Fafnir. Let's go. See what this number gets up to. 1-1-1-8. Yes. 3-1. Yes. 6, 7, 7k, 8k, 9k. Okay, then they died. Another, back up to 9k or 8k. And then they all died. Oh my god. Those things popped off. That was good fun. This one bug started the game. He lost. Sorry. Okay. Time to cast another Give Me the Game. These Fafnir earned themselves a Netflix. Yeah, that's true. I'll show off the streamer thing once more. I did it at the start of the stream, but so we got Boitus. This is the OG one they made, so this has had a bit of improvements to it. We got Mosquidon. This is Mosca. Mosquidon. Over here we got Dimitristar, which is Punkstar. Look at this. It's so sick. Little glass of wine, this guy. We've also got Super Yomi at the top. And we've got Eyes Machinong. She's fucking starving, mate. And then we have Muski. Which, you know, it's good. We got the Frere. God of Coaching and Courses. Boidoranos. I think that's it. There was an addition of this one, which I thought was fucking hilarious. I saw Rapple in chat, so you can have a lol at this. We have Jean Thomas. Jean Thomas is in here as the one, the only Jason. Oh, there's also Balder Minati. It's too good. All right, we gotta find a game to cast. We got one game to cast, and then we can do our little cheeky announcement of the SSS, because who knows what that is? Got no idea. We have to announce it. So let's see what we can find. What if we go for like a 20-minute plus game and see if there's any good ones? You guys really enjoyed that other one, right? That we saw yesterday with Pegasus and whatchamacallit, Pegasus and Matador. Let's see if we can find another one like that. There's one here, Mosca versus Boxer, that looks really interesting. Might watch that. I don't know who Boxer is. He's from that CAOK clan. So he's been climbing the rankings. He started at 1400 elo back in 2025, 2025, and he's climbed all the way up to like 1782. So he's really leveled up, which is good to see. Oh, here we go. This could be fun. We'll go with an old school Ulyses versus Chasing the Sun game. This could be exactly what the doctor ordered. There's not a single amount of estrogen in this chat. Look, I am welcoming. I want everyone to be welcomed here. So you watch yourself. But also I love you guys. So don't watch yourself too hard, but also watch yourself. 1400 GMT is in 30 minutes. You might be on daylight savings time or something. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, another game, another you, another me in the left-hand corner of the map, playing as the auspicious and effervescent and ever-present Super Yomi. It's actually called Super Yomi now. The devs have indeed changed all of the gods to include streamers, content creators, and everybody who has any sort of relevance in the Age mythology community into streamer gods. I'm just kidding. It's a mod. You can pick it up. It's called Streamer Gods. It's pretty funny. This is Chasing the Sun. Chasing the Sun. And he's going to be playing some Super Yomi for us. In the right-hand corner of the map, a classic for our main man, Ulyses AOT. He played the crap out of this god back in the day, and he is one of the very best of it, and this is Boitus, or Boits. It's Zeus, but Boits. Maybe it should be Boys. I don't know. Anyways, it's Ulyses. Don't ask me why they made this one for me. I don't know. You have to ask them why they choose the things that they choose. I don't have an answer. Of course, the best god in the game being Uranos, definitely that one. That one makes sense, but Zeus, I don't understand. Anyways, over on this side, we got ourselves the Hermes' wing sandals to make those heroes a little bit more power, punching, packing. etc. Boitus? Boitus? Oh, that makes sense. We're going to get the pronunciation down for this. Boitus. I like that. Have we got the ring of the Nibelung? Nibelung. Gold trickle plus 0.5. Over on this side, we have Bone Shards of Mictlan. Myth units return favor upon death. 2 favor back. Always nice to get a little bit of bang buck for you screwing up. Love it. Tail of Cerberus as well with another little boost to myth units over their attack speed, recharge time. Sorry, special attack, recharge time going down is always good. As the temple on the back here for Chasing the Sun does get popped up. And the game is off to the races. We do have ourselves the Inari Orkami coming through for Chasing the Sun. Up onto the top side here for Ulyses. He's just chilling for the moment, not going too quick to the classical age. It is a little bit underwhelming to do the, I'm going to go ahead and just say it out loud, the fat Hercules rush against Super Yomi, because Super Yomi's brain is so big that he can just block the Hercules's shenanigans there with a little bit of the Miko healing. Okay, we've also got John Tomas coming through here as well. And this is the new and improved hero for the Zeus pantheon, for the Zeus god. This is going to be getting some value, picking up relics, doing all the other good stuff. Now we see Athena coming through. It is a very, very late advance time here for Ulyses. And I actually don't mind this in this matchup. Like I was saying, I don't believe you can actually get a huge amount of value versus the Super Yomi if you rush them. Especially not in the meta that we currently play. Lots of Super Yomi. This is hard to not say the other word, but lots of Super Yomi players will advance nice and fast, and they'll quickly get themselves their Naginata Riders out, and they'll have their Miko out to heal everything. So any damage you can inflict never really ends up being a kill, because everything just gets healed back up anyways. Nonetheless, the revenge attack, or not even the revenge attack, the other attack coming in is the Kitsune from Chasing the Sun. Going to get some little bits of damage there as John Dumas comes in and slaps just a little bit. And the Kitsune will be pulling back. And now the Minotaur in for Ulyses. He is ready to defend himself as this Kitsune will continue to be annoying. And will get headbutted into the tree, bounce off the tree into the tower for a double hit KO of that Kitsune. Look, I know it's maybe not the most balanced of suggestions that I've ever thrown out there, but I really feel like the Minotaur should get bonus damage the more objects he flings units into. If you fling a unit into the tree, it should be bonus damage. If you fling it into the tower, it should be bonus damage. Because those things, that hurts, man. Like, it's one thing to get hit by the bull, by the horns of the bull, but it's another thing to also then get hit by a tree. Don't you reckon? I mean, I know this game isn't about realism, but still, we are going to be seeing an attempt at a second town center here. It looks like there's already a Kitsune in. There's already the Naginata Riders in, but hoplites are starting to come through for Ulyses, as the villagers will spot this. Maybe a bolt onto the Naginata Rider wouldn't be a terrible idea. Kitsune going to take just a little bit of damage here, and does actually get surrounded, so that one will die, as the Naginata Rider is going to attempt to get in here, and the villagers will simply say, "Excuse you, please eat a couple of shanks and get out of here." Nonetheless, we got some more Naginata Riders coming through from Chasing the Sun. We do see the bolt there onto the Zuragumo. Maybe not the most necessary. He did have the Jason already in position, but he just doesn't want to take any damage. He does also have Restoration here if he really wants to use it, which will get up his town center. Of course, Chasing the Sun should be relatively happy to take some Bushido here, get out, make sure he doesn't lose any extra units there. Naginata Rider gets out with 10 HP. This one does end up dying to that big Bull Minotaur. It's not a Bull Minotaur yet, but it's basically a Bull Minotaur. Look, he's got 2 kills, 290 damage, and he is feeling very fancy fresh in this game. As Chasing the Sun is going to be pulling back, and he's going to have to heal himself up as he decides what to do next. Now, I don't think that this town center is the most safe town center in the world. It's okay. It's not bad. It's decent. But Gold mine here, back food is fantastic. But this gold mine's not safe, man. It's just not. You've got a dock potential to attack this. You've got transport ship shenanigans that can come in here. And it's also not protected to be mined early on. He also has a gold mine up the top here as well, but the same deal. We just drop another dock over here, and now we can get up onto the top side and make your life very, very tough. So, Chasing the Sun doesn't need to go for a town center here. He could go for a town center. There's nothing wrong with that. He can play the longer game, but it's looking like he is spamming units for the time being and ready to try and defend himself as the Ulyses army of hoplites will come through here. Hoplites are a counter to the Naginata Rider, but if there are going to be 6 Naginata Riders, there will be 3 hoplites. That being said, there's also the Heracles and the Jason there, so they will cause some issues nonetheless. As the Naginata Riders will pull back, and we'll see where to go next. So hoplites coming in, and the Miko will pull all the way back home. There needs to be some answers for hoplites to come through, whether that be in the shape of Yumi or Samurai. I think the Yumi archers do make some sense here, just on the fact that Ulyses is playing hard for the classical age, which I like. I think this is an interesting idea, especially versus mass Naginata Riders. But the problem with it, and also Bull Minotaurs on the card series, he does turn around and get a couple more smacks. But the problem with sticking in the classical age is Zeus versus the Japanese is that the Japanese have got those 18 range Yumi archers, which outrange the Toxote and make your life very, very, very difficult. Of course, the hoplites have the gap closing ability, 4.9 speed, which might be enough, even though the hoplites do not beat the Yumi archer. They kind of win in a 1v1. Kinda. As long as there's no like samurai or anything to block or any myth units to block, you can kind of charge in at them and make it work, but also that's up to the micro of your opponent. Alrighty, we got another stable coming up for Ulyses. Yeah, look, snubbed. Here's the honest truth about the archer in Age of Mythology. There are some very, very powerful archers which require 0 control. In fact, less control is better for them. So, for example, the Toxote is an archer who is absolutely amazing if there's no control. Like in a attack move fest, the Toxote beats everything. It beats literally everything. It's the best thing. But as soon as you start adding in micro, then the stat that matters doesn't end up being DPS. It ends up being range. It ends up being speed. Those 2 stats matter the most when it comes down to it for any sort of micro. And the Yumi Archer has the range. That makes it very, very good. Another example of another unit that is situationally good is the Tequiwa Archer for the Aztecs, because it's got the speed. It doesn't have the range, it has the speed. Of course, the Toxotes is both. Anyways, let's get back to the game. Swampland coming down here, and the medium hoplites will be pulling back. Yes, Young Oath, you're absolutely right. The best no control unit in the game is the Chukonu. But guess what? When it comes down to control, the worst archer in the game is the Chukonu. Wild. Nonetheless, we do have the heroic age in for Chasing the Sun. He's now got himself out the Shogun as well. Going to try and take this fight here, though. Probably not the best of ideas, as the hoplites are going to be dominating this fight. And Chasing the Sun will need to pull back home. The question is, can he take out those heroes and deal with these Tengu that are going to be flying in here and getting a very large amount of damage? The Miko as well, keeping this Tengu Master alive, is absolutely gigantic here. And the Shogun also tanking up the Heracles for the time being, or I should say, let's not read what's on this Hercules. Anyways, Nice hold from Chasing the Sun. The only issue is holding here isn't enough. Take a look at his temple. He does have himself the upgrade for his Tengu Master. He's got aesthetic practices. He also has himself the Ivory Nets game. In fact, I believe he dropped the New Moon on his temple here, which means his Tengu should, with good control, be absolutely dominating at the moment. But the problem is for Chasing the Sun that I don't think he's controlling them exceptionally well. He's allowing those very, very, I would go out and say, in the classical age, even with the upgrade, John Thomas, he ain't strong. He's more in the finance sector of things. He is not equipped to be fighting with the Spartan blood of the Zeus, of the Boitus, the Boitus army. He's just not there. So you can't be allowing the accountants to dominate the Tengu. It's just not, it's not allowed. And yeah, this Shogun has managed to get quite a few samurai out as well, which is going to be really, really big because Ulyses is going to have some issues dealing with those as he's only really got hoplites. Now he's getting Hippias. Hippias aren't terrible versus the samurai. In fact, I do believe they do win on cost, but it's a difficult thing to be going into those because your opponent has Naginata Riders with the Inari Orkami technology Sashimono Bannerman, and that can be enough there as you do see a bolt onto one of the high HP Tengu. Hercules back in, and he will be able to deal with those Tengu as they have to fly out of there. Samurai getting some good damage done, but they will end up dying as well as Ulysses, for the moment, has held on. Alrighty. More Samurai coming in for Chasing the Sun. Tengu Samurai to try and deal with what Ulysses has here sort of makes sense. It's expensive though. I'm not actually sure. I've tried doing Samurai a whole bunch with Tsukiyomi, but I do think the best plan with Tsukiyomi is to stay away from Samurai. If you can help it, you can go into Shinobi, no problems. You can go into Yumi Horse Archer, no problems. You can go into Yumi Archer, no problems. But the Samurai seem to be a little bit underwhelming, to be completely honest, especially if you don't go for the Ame no Uzume route where you actually get an upgrade. You can't get any upgrades for your samurai outside of going Ame no Uzume, right? Because you don't have access to Raijin and you don't have access to Takemikazuchi. So your infantry are slightly underwhelming then. Especially when you go Inari Okami. But nonetheless, they are seemingly working here versus Ulysses, as Ulysses is basically refusing to make Toxotes. As I say that, he now has Toxotes out. The Toxotes are going to be quite good here versus these samurai. They do take the samurai out nicely. The only issue is that I don't think you can out-micro the Toxotes with your Yumi Horse Archer. So, in terms of actual damage per pop, I think the Toxotes is going to come out on top here. You can kind of get, this is 3 damage per pop versus this guy who, he's already upgraded. I think he starts at 10? 9? There you go, 9. So it's 3 damage per pop for both of those units, but the Toxotes is cheaper. So there you go. A little bit of shenanigans there. These aren't free samurai. No, she's been creating them. He's been training them. Nonetheless, a couple more upgrades to come through here. Copper weapons, copper shields, and Chasing the Sun pulls back. And to start getting a little bit more damage done as the rest of these units now starting to swarm in for Ulysses. He does have enough for a restoration here, and he will be dropping it. He feels like he's got the power at the moment. He is up 20 villagers, but all of this fighting has now gifted Chasing the Sun full heavy as he turns to take this fight. Can he win it at the moment? The Miko sitting on the side here, going to be able to heal up those Tengu Masters in this fight. This Tengu Master there needs to bail out. Chasing the Sun pulls the other one away as the rest of these units here trying to charge in and take out the Yumi Horse Archers. They are not utilizing their speed advantage here. Should not be having that many units on top of them. Now, Ulysses has broken through. Tengu searching for other things to potentially take out. Some Miko going down over here, over onto this position. The Hippias are on top of those Yumi horse archers as the villagers are going to try and get into the front here to start tanking. But when you're on one town center, well, actually, never mind, he is on 2 town centers. But when you're behind on villager count, sacrificing villagers is never going to be something that is going to be working out for you in the long run. However, if he can win this fight, he should be in a good spot, but he doesn't win the fight. He's got to pull back and start to think about his life choices. Meanwhile, more Yumi archers, more heavy samurai coming through. The army going to pull up to the top, pull off to the right. One to the top here, water buffaloes getting eaten in the middle of the map is going to be a point of contention here. And I'm sure Ulyses is going to go, hey man, you can't be out in the middle of the map versus me. But that being said, Ulyses is going heroic age now. He's cut military to do this, which does mean that Chasing the Sun should be able to push back here. That being said, losing villages, that hurts. Every little bit of loss here is hurting. This fight here should go pretty well for Chasing the Sun. These Naginata riders, nice control, staying away from those hoplites, and now Chasing the Sun is going to get a little bit of value on the chase down. Ulyses has to be careful here. His villagers on the front, those are going to go down very, very quickly, and that's the kind of damage that Chasing the Sun absolutely needs here as reinforcements coming through. Sashimon Bannerman is only now coming through, so this is why these Yumi horse archers have not really been able to deal with the Hippias as well as they probably could do. But that being said, still Ulyses being rightfully so a little bit cautious with these attacks. There goes the bronze immediately there. 170 population bronze is scary. 85 population bronze, I should say. Activation there is scary for Chasing the Sun as he says, no worries, let me get out of here. I got plenty of space to retreat through. You've got 20 seconds of bronze. You don't want to go too crazy far forward with this because guess what? As soon as that bronze ends, now you got to retreat, right? So long as Chasing the Sun can keep everything alive, keep on scooting back, waiting for the bronze to end, he should be okay here to just push Ulyses out of his base and get some value back. But the problem is he just doesn't have the units out, and Ulyses is just all over Chasing the Sun, and he can't even afford to get himself watchtowers while this is all going on to help defend his main base. Those hoplites are a town center taking down machine as Swampland does get dropped, but Ulyses is already gone. 100 favor down the toilet there, of which that was 120 favor that Chasing the Sun needed for a new moon on his armory. He absolutely needed that. That would have given him such a leg up right now. As Ulyses, he's going to start working towards his own armory upgrades. And everything here is looking up Ulyses. He's got all the map control. We do see a Tengu over here causing some problems. Nice raids while this is all going on. Definitely want to keep that going. Keep on getting pressure on with the myth units. Very tough to deal with as Greek because you've only got 3 heroes at this point to deal with it. But we'll see the Tengu coming in onto this side as the gold mine does finish up now. Unfortunately for Chasing the Sun, Ulyses was alerted to the fact that his gold mine was expired, immediately moved his villagers. But the Tengu is getting some value where that's concerned. There's a couple more hoplites over onto this bottom side going down, and the Hydra will be falling to the Daimyo here. As the game continues along with the 3rd town center coming through for Ulyses. We've got 63 villagers to 90 villagers at the moment. As the Jason falls, house is coming up as well. What does this swamp even do? I don't know. I feel like I know you, Ice 92, so I know you're not asking this question, but Swampland will basically control an area. You basically don't want to sit inside of Swampland. It kills off any units that are going to be sitting inside of the Swampland. So it controls an area. So I guess he was just trying to knock Ulyses back where that's concerned. Nonetheless, the horse archers coming through, trying to take out those villagers. He gets a couple of them. That's going to be a big help, but his army is now stuck in onto this position. He's got to be pulling back, going face first into all those hoplites. Can't be a good idea. as the hoplites have bonus damage versus those Yumi horse archers. They do. They've got an extra 1.25x versus them. They've already got high base damage, so that's pain if you're in range there. As now I've also got some prodromas coming through to try and deal with these guys a little bit easier. Maybe not the best of units. The Yumi horse archer will kill off those prodromas fast enough. But Peltasts, that's a unit now that Chasing the Sun is going to be very scared against. But there's been so much fighting in this game. So much fighting. It's been non-stop. Look at that Bushido tier. It's about to be tier 4 Bushido for Chasing the Sun. What does that mean? Well, it means champion comes in. It means that the archers, the horses get stronger. So that's going to be, I believe, it is all cavalry, so it's Yumi Horse Archer and Naginata Rider get more damage, but also the Shinobi get more damage. And I'll tell you a little secret about the Shinobi. The Shinobi is a very, very strong counter archer. That's the primary use for Japan in its current state. For the Shinobi in its current state, its primary use is to kill off counter archers. And somebody has a lot of counter archers. So I want to see these Shinobi coming in, and they are indeed coming in. Now, of course, they can pick off like mainline generalist archers as well, like the Toxodi, but their ultimate strength is going to be against the Peltasts, as you do have to micro them, though. You've got to charge in here and actually be on top of them. Restoration comes down. You've got to run from that. Restoration, one of the best god powers in the game for cost, without question, as Chasing the Sun pulling back behind his town center here. He's getting sieged down by the Petropolis, as those Shinobi will try and charge forward. You've got to micro them. That's the only problem with the Shinobi. It's kind of like the Shinobi is the ultimate unit in terms of do you got any skill? It's the ultimate skill check unit in Age of Mythology. If you got skill, this unit is very, very, very strong. If you ain't got skill, you stay away from that unit. Don't build it. Very, very, very difficult unit to actually use correctly. One of the best ways to use it is when you get a couple of them, actually go raid first, pick villagers off, and then as you build up to a decent amount, say 8 to 10, then you're looking to actually take a fight versus the Peltast. But Ulyses' army staying very, very strong at 205. And Chasing the Sun struggling to really get any units out. He is getting up this Tenshu upgrade, which will boost up the damage that comes from his castles. But his castle is about to be falling. He might not even complete this. It does give him 20 favor back, which allows him to use the new moon, of which he can use on his armory to get himself full bronze, which he really, really needs. Ulyses as well doesn't have those upgrades either. Champion does come through for Chasing the Sun, which might be enough for him. Meanwhile, raids coming in from Ulyses. This is vintage Ulyses. He is one of the more high APM Legacy pros. He was a micro fiend in Legacy, but he also had that multitasking ability up the wazoo. As units falling left, right, and center. Can Chasing the Sun bring this back, though? The big thing is that he is now up to champion. And Ulyses, well, he needs to get to Mythic Age very, very, very fast. Because if Chasing the Sun can get himself a town center back, take a good fight, get enough resources traded, he will be able to bring this game back from the brink here. So Ulyses still has a couple of very important decisions to make to actually win this game. We'll see what Chasing the Sun's going to be able to find. He's onto the middle gold mine. I like that he's not playing too passively here. Get into that middle gold mine. He's got the gold mine up the top here that he can grab too. Does he know it exists? He's got no idea it's up there. But there is one up there as the villager is searching for everything and anything. Meanwhile, town center coming up for Ulyses. This is a very, very risky move. I don't like this town center grab from Ulyses on on the fact that he needs to get to the Mythic Age. Like a Mythic Age Lightning Storm here, that's game over. Chasing the Sun just loses, right? Not only do you kill off all of the champion units you can't actually kill off right now, but also you get access to champion yourself, and that's going to be able to allow you to actually take those fights. There's a whole bunch of villagers getting picked off here. Nice raids from Chasing the Sun. As the main base, however, for Chasing the Sun going down. So I'm speaking from maybe a point where maybe Chasing the Sun is actually going to defend himself, but he's not. And his main town center falls. I don't know if he's going to have enough population here to ever beat a full population heroic age Greek army. We'll see if that's going to be the case. Just Chasing the Sun continuing to retreat here. He needs a town center, and very, very soon. Good trades over here as Ulyses is struggling to actually get out his army and all that other good stuff. But look, it's 150 pop. He's only making cavalry. He's trying, but he's starting to fall down over onto this side. Fortunately, that Hydra does get picked off by the Daimyo over here as well. As the Naginata Riders coming in, they're going to try and deal with all those Peltas and all that other good stuff in onto this position. Chasing the Sun manages to clean that up. He still has to come over and deal with the the Metropolis. Get himself a town center back up. Getting pushed off of this gold mine. Not ideal. Down to 59 villages. It's looking like Ulyses is potentially pulling away with this game, but the military diff is still very, very, very close. Economically speaking, though, it's not. Ulyses has such a lead on the economy. Just missing his upgrades for Bowsaw. Going to get that in shortly. It's pulling back up onto this side. Town center number 5 coming through for Ulyses as a little bit of a raid onto the Donkey Caravans. Checking out the gold mine, but onto the Donkey Caravans it will be. As the town center does get spotted, Chasing the Sun says, no. I'll take those villages. Thank you very much. Appreciate the donation. As Ulyses is now down to 155 pop. But again, what does it matter here? If you've got no pushing power, all you can do is kill villages. The only real chance I think that Chasing the Sun has here is he needs to get in and he needs to kill off 40 villages in an instant, get himself his town center back, and even then it's still going to be tricky. Funkstar, thank you for the raiding party, my friend. So there goes the Shogun. Military academies going up all over the place. Into the main base, got these villagers getting targeted down there by the Yumi Horse Archers. We do have the Peltas coming through to get some extra damage done. So Peltas will get greeted by Chasing the Sun's terrifying presence of Naginata Rider and Yumi Horse Archer. The village is back over here. Another donation. Ulyses is trying to prolong this game for the entertainment value and all the other good stuff. But surely Ulyses is going to be able to muster out that 220 population army here. Town center is back up for Chasing the Sun. Up to the top. A little bit of a Hippias raid. Those units getting taken down. Hippias getting taken out as well. A couple more villages going down over onto this side. Of course, Chasing the Sun can't really lose his army here. He doesn't have that option. He's got to keep taking these trades and micro incredibly well. He's going to pull back his army because he knows this is probably not the best of fights, but he does have an advantage to some degree here in terms of what he's actually got militarily speaking. It's just not all in here. Lots up onto the top, over here. Once he has all the army, he should be able to take the fight. Look at the difference, 5.5 to 4.3. But Ulyses is catching up slowly but surely. We're actually seeing chthonic rights coming through from Ulyses. Is he planning to make a whole bunch of Hydra? It's a little bit of a wild decision because the Yumi Horse Archers do actually have some bonus versus Myth unit. as another. That's such a weird swampland there from Chasing the Sun. He still has got a really useful new moon on his armor, and he goes for a random swampland there. I could imagine getting all those upgrades and being really, really huge. We're seeing Watatsumi on the way, however, for Chasing the Sun. He's doing his best to attempt to pull himself back into this game. Villagers onto the top getting picked off as the hoplites, Prodromus chasing in here. But there's now going to be a very large amount of units, though 90 seconds, Watatsumi comes in, and all of these units will be meeting their demise. Which gives yet again another opportunity for Chasing the Sun to try and make something happen in the middle of the map, but a 5th town center for Ulyses. He's not up to fortified town centers yet, but he does have that option. Is that another Shogun? Did he choose two? He chose 2 swamplands and a second Shogun over the new moon on the armory. Are you kidding me? That's wild. Nonetheless, Ulyses has 100 villagers. He's got himself a trade route of 21 donkey caravans. He has all but his bronze armor upgraded. More units getting pumped out here for Ulyses as he's trying to get through this Japanese army. At one point, it was feeling like he was in an absolutely dominating position. I think he is from an economic standpoint, as there goes the Watatsumi Dragon, erases the army of Ulyses. He's back in retreat. Now it's Mythic Age Chasing the Sun. And does he have a temple up? No, he doesn't. And look at this from Ulyses. Brutal. Guard towers coming through. They take out the Naginata Riders very quickly. Town center for Chasing the Sun going down yet again. Ulyses is just like, if I can't kill the army, fine. Let's go old school with it. And we'll just kill you off with Tower Fortress Petropolis push. As the town center falls, the Naginata Riders charging in. But look at the damage here from these guard towers. It should be a very, very nice amount. No walls up. Don't allow them in. But nonetheless, he does take down the town center. A little bit of rotations around here, and we don't get to see it. It's the Chasing the Sun. Super Yomi decides to tap out. And Ulyses does manage to claim the win. Rightfully so. He was in a commanding position in this game. Chasing was trying to figure it out. He fell very far behind from a couple of very nice moves from Ulyses and just not quite able to figure out how to bring this one back from the brink. Well played to Ulyses. GG. If you guys enjoyed this one, make sure you follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTube, hit that subscribe button. We'll see you in the next Gimmity game. Alrighty, guys. It is time to announce the announceable. Hope you guys are excited. I'm going to walk you guys through it. I'm going to try and ensure I'm going to try and actually just ensure that I have the right stuff up, and then we can do this. Yeah, this will do. This is fine. All right, we can talk about this a little bit later. That's fine. Okay, are you guys ready? In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, my face is in the way. Let me get rid of my face. The SSS on the 10th of May to the 7th of June. We've got some money to give away. This is the SatFat Set Shenanigans. I think that's what it's called. SatFat Set Shenanigans. This is a ladder tournament with a set twist. Shout out to Uros for organizing the old graphic here. I'm going to show this off first and foremost. Wait, I don't have it open. Hang on, hold on 1 second. Let's go back over here. I thought I had it open, but I don't have it open. So let me get it open. I'm going to show you guys this. You guys will note, wait. Now I can come back over onto this one, and my face can come back. You guys will note here that there is a new button. There is a new button on the AOMstats.io website. Bum, bum, bum. Sat, fat, set, shenanigans. Well, there you have it. This is the ladder for this tournament. It basically, this is where we're going to be picking who plays the show matches. Effectively, we're going to be seeing show matches every Sunday. I'm going to walk you through exactly what show matches we're going to be seeing. But there is obviously a prize. There's obviously going to be some fun in it. And for those that play on the ladder, it's already good for you guys. But hopefully this injects a little bit of much needed competition. So let's jump over to, wait, I thought I had it open. I do. There it is. A little bit of a flashbang. Unlucky to those, but this is what it is. This is our rule book for the thing. So it's a 4-week competitive tournament spanning 4 consecutive Sundays with a total prize pool of 500 USD. All matches played in Age of Mythology Retold. Fantastic. So no Smurfs are going to be allowed. Any player found using an alternate account to deliberately load the ELO of a competition will be immediately disqualified from the tournament. Players must reach 1900 ELO or above on the in-game ladder to appear on the tournament ladder and be eligible to compete. The tournament ladder is a separate ladder, independent from the in-game ladder. Only players who have reached 1900 ELO on the in-game ladder. We already said that. The tournament ladder resets every Sunday. If a player reaches 1900 ELO on the in-game ladder while the event is underway, they will be added to the tournament ladder once it resets and become eligible for the event. So that's for the next week, right? So if you're below 1900 for the first week, you're not going to be participating. But if you then get to 1900, you will be able to participate in the next week, basically. The prize structure is a 70 USD for the first and second place on the ladder in the winner. So these first and second place on the ladder will have a show match. The winner of that will take home 70 USD. The third and fourth place will do a show match as well, which is going to be 40 USD. And then the winner of 2 players ranked 5th to 15th was the most games played in that week. So the more games you play, you get another little cheeky game at the end of that. Alrighty, so the match format, civilization picking rules. You got a best of 7. Game 1, the host player must pick set, and the guest player picks any other civilization. So this is the same as the JJJ rules, only that it's been flipped with you have to pick set instead of you have to pick the Aztec. So we will be seeing 2 set games in the best of 7. And then game 3 onwards is just the stock standard draft format that we sort of know and love. And all this extra other stuff. So yeah, we're going to be playing from 14. That's when the ladder resets. The actual show matches will be from 1400 GMT on the Sundays, and all the other good stuff is here. You can find this in my Discord, I believe. We'll have that somewhere. There's the drafts and all the other good stuff and all the other things here that don't really matter to anyone, but they're just here so that nobody has any issues if issues arise. Fantastic. Is people excited? Does anyone have any questions? Oops, that's the wrong button. Oh, the button is not on AOM stats quite yet. Oh, never mind. The button will be there later. Sorry. I see it because I'm special. It'll be there soon. The gutless few with 6 Smurf accounts me. How do you pick your main account? You pick it by the one that has the most games played on it. That's your main account. Do you have to get 1900 with set? Nope. Also, huge shout out to Satfat who sponsored this event. He has graciously donated 500 smack smackaroonies, which is quite a few smackaroonies. There's quite a lot of smacking going on with those roonies. So there you go. All right. Okay. We're going to watch another ladder game here. This one is Atif versus Nyan Racing Cat. But I'm also going to go grab some water while we wait for the game to load. The really cool thing about this is that we have some events for the weekend. So whether or not people actually engage in this, I don't really know. Hopefully they do. And we get some really fun, events for every Sunday. So you have until 10 p.m. or 2200 GMT. For those of you who have no idea what PM means, that's me. We have to make it. I'm going to get some water and then I'm going to complain about the PM thing. I'm going to complain about it because it's complainable. I feel like it's very complainable. I'll be right back. Oosha. Yeah, 2200 GMT. That's much better. Yeah, so basically the way that you have to like calculate GMT is you got a plus onto it or minus onto it. And when it's 10 p.m. and you minus it and it goes past the 12, it's difficult for my brain. That's why. Do a lobby game? F-Pod. We could do a lobby game. I just played the game of my life today, so I'm like, I'm on punching on all cylinders. Do the players just queue ladder and pray they find each other on, instead of a rando on ladder? Yeah, I think I actually maybe this can be a little bit more explained. So wait, let me have a quick look at the ladder. If I click on this, does it have a little bit of things going on? If I click on Pegasus. Nah, it doesn't. Oh, it does. Okay, hang on. Before we get into this game, let me just do this quickly. So if I look at the current rank 1 on the SSS ladder, why did that not work? All right, so we got these things here. We've got the J. If the match is JJJ certified, it gets a little badge. So all of these games here are JJJ certified, and any game that's played against the player on the ladder is worth points. Of which Pegasus is dominating literally everyone except for this one game versus Matador, which was an absolute banger. Yeah, I don't know if this shows. Here we go. And it's got ladder satpat. So if you go into rank 1v1 as well, you can see all the other games that people are playing, if this works. There you go. And it shows up here. And there's a couple of games that aren't on the, it's not, oh yeah, it doesn't show you. So yeah, you can see which games are on the ladder up here. So basically, yeah, you play a whole bunch of ladder. You hope you play against another person from the JJJ. And then when you do, you got to dominate them. In other words, just go play the fucking ladder. That's the general sentiment that I'm getting from this ordeal. The new channels are empty at the moment. Yes, I will add some stuff to it after the stream, I think. But it's like I mean, take a look at the actual ladder straight away, and you'll understand how right now there's not really that much of an advantage here. Like if Pegasus stops playing the game, and tries to point sit, even though he's rank 1 at 2159 elo, his rating on the ladder is only 1095. Very, very easy to catch and overtake this. Super easy. Not hard at all. In fact, you could probably see Nyan on the bottom here play a bunch of games against, say, Kavoth, beat Tunison, beat Ben, and then he would be rank 1 on this ladder without even having to engage with Pegasus. So there are some ways around people who are going to be point sitting. Though also, I don't think that there's going to be anyone really point sitting that much. Alrighty. Will I be taking part in the tournament? Well, I'm not on the ladder, am I? I'm going to be casting the games. What is happening here? Can we just pause this again? All right, we got another Tsukiyomi, but this time it's against the Nyan Racing Cat. Kets. Nyan's been talking a little bit of schmack about the meta and what he thinks is good. I'm scared of Kavoth. I'm not scared of Kavoth. Kavoth's not level for me. It's just that I'm bored playing against Kavoth. See? That's a big difference. I had a good game against Kavoth the other day. I played as off meta as I possibly could and almost beat him. It felt great. Very close game. Alright, got the Huawei Coyotl coming in for Kitten Claw. I think this god might be a little bit underutilized. I think this god is like situationally the best god that the Aztecs have. Situationally, because of this god power. This god power is really strong. Hopefully balance patch coming. Yeah, well, we do have the balance Discord blowing up, so there does appear to be a balance patch coming. Whether it comes next week or it comes the week after, I don't know. But this, or the week after that, or the week after that, I don't know. Am I saying Huawei wrong? Is it pronounced something else? Is it Huawei? I love Huawei though. Huawei sounds great. All right, a little bit of pokies over here. Atif will protect his gold mine, but the wee? No way. The actual Tajipla can get in here and cause some problems for Atif, because this doesn't really protect him against the Son of Osiris. Probably a wall up to here would have been the best way to block off that, and then maybe some buildings over on this side to protect this. All right, well, Atif going to be getting a couple of smacks into the back of the old warrior priest. All right. So we'll see what Atif is going to be able to make happen here. He does decide for a town center. I don't actually mind this town center from the Tsukiyomi. Very rare to see it, but I would like to see the new moon getting dumped into the watermill when you do this. Because we're just playing for eco. We don't need to wait and save our new moon for like an armory boost, because you're already going to get those resources in anyways.
Nandes.
Up onto the top. The Chanekue. I don't know how to say it. I'm still guessing. This guy, I'm gonna keep on saying it until I see people actually realizing. This guy's good. This guy is a very, very strong unit. Anyways, that's all I'm going to say about it. I'm not even going to explain why. You guys can work it out yourself. Very strong unit. And this isn't like me trolling where I'm saying that something that isn't strong is strong. Not that I do that ever. But it's a very strong unit. Meanwhile, we are going to be seeing Nyan playing for a one town center game at the moment, which I think this is going to be very tricky to make work as we see all the walls coming up around here from Atif. I love this play. Town center walls versus someone who's going one town center all in. This really slows you down. See the new moon there onto the watchtower as Atif is going to do what he can to try and hold on here. He's going to be making a couple of Yumi archers. Now, the obvious issue with going Yumi Archer versus Ocelotl Warrior is, well, one, your opponent will then be able to go into Eagle Warriors, which they already want to do, so you don't want to be, like, inviting that. But two, the Ocelotl Warriors do kind of counter archers. This is one of the weird things. This is one of the weird things about the Ocelotl Warrior. This guy, he's not a counter archer, but he is a counter archer because he can gap close. And the damage that he does and the effective Pierce HP that he has, I can't tell you what it is right now, but because Loggy hasn't, or I haven't updated the tooltip, I don't know. But this guy can just basically get in and kill off those guys because 13.8 hack damage per second, 3 population, 194 HP with the 15% Pierce armor base is very, very nice. Of course, if there's a butt ton of archers, you're probably going to win that fight, but still, they are effectively a counter archer as well. Up onto the top, farms coming up. These walls not finished, unfortunately, there for Atif. He does have a hyena he has to worry about as Nyan continuing his sort of Ocelotl raiding ways. There's not really a whole lot for him to attack at the moment. I love this new moon on the towers here, houses and all that other good stuff, just to make sure that he's all good. But of course, Nyan, he actually does go for a town center. Super, super strange. Very weird town center grab at 9 minutes. Nyan hasn't done the damage that he needed to do with the units that he's built. Has not done it. He got new moon out. Clap, clap, clap. Well done. No one cares. But he hasn't got the damage done, and he drops the town center, which gives Atif effectively an opportunity here to either go heroic age, take some greed. If he reads this, he might not read it, which is probably one of the good things that Nyan has. Or you can go for the hunt over here. You can actually start building some real units as the Ocelotl Warriors diving in here. Not only do the Ocelotl Warriors, they do get some good damage in, and they do take out the old Yumi archers a little bit. But the problem here is there's just way more population and resources spent for Nyan than there is for Atif at the moment. As we are going to be seeing the upgrade Koyol Zhao Kui. Anyways, I'm sure the same thing is going to come through for Atif soon as well. I'm a little confused as to why the Coyote Warriors are coming out for Nyan. At the moment, yes, your opponent has these Yumi Archers, but you're going to the Heroic Age for Eagle Warriors. Especially, yeah, this doesn't really make sense. The only real time to build the Coyote Warriors is, it's similar to the Shinobi. You either use it versus, if you play like a classical fight versus, say, Greek, you can use the Coyote Warrior, but you kind of want to be looking for Coyote Warrior versus units like the Peltas, the Slinger, the Terma, maybe the Caraballister as well is okay. Those kind of units. Walls coming up for Atif over here again. As he pokes in over here to take out some villages of Nyan. Nice finds here, but he has to be careful not to lose those Naginata riders. That hurts. The turret getting in, getting some damage done. Look at that 41 damage that it manages to kill. 55 damage. Look at him go. Just place him somewhere else. Put him here. Like, use him in the army. There's no reason to not use this guy in your army, by the way. He is much more than just a 2 population Deuterino. A card is bad in the late game. No, the ants, they kill off counter archer units. That's their main purpose. That's their primary purpose right now for the Aztecs. They have a counter archer unit inside of the Eagle Warrior. This kills off mainline archers. The Coyote Warrior kills off the counter archers because the Eagle Warrior doesn't. That's the primary use for them. Similar to how the Japanese need to make Shinobi to kill off counter archer units. Same deal. Double walls up for Retief now as he's going to sit behind him. Love this because the Ocelot Warriors, they can't jump over these. They can only jump straight lines. They can't jump through things like, or over things like the Anubite or the Tengu, the Bellerophon. So you do see a Star Demon sits in the middle in as Nyan has listened to me, it seems. He says, yeah, it does make sense to grab this upgrade. He will almost throw away his Star Demon sits in the middle down to 1 HP over here. But it's definitely something worth just grabbing regardless because you are always going to be dropping Starfall and you are always going to be getting yourself 3 Deuterinos. Oh, heals back up. Look at this guy go. Dominate. Okay, he gets slapped. He's dead. Good stuff. Meanwhile, into the main base here, Atif does get cracked. Units coming through, breaking buildings down. Villagers going to be getting smacked as well. As Nyan is floating a whole bunch of resources. I'm not exactly sure what he's waiting for with those, whether it's going to be for a great temple or a 3rd town center. We see a couple of random commoners coming up here from Atif as well. You might be looking for some weird walls or something like that. As the rest of these units here for Atif coming through to play some defense. Part of me feels like... I'm thinking about this. Part of me feels like we don't really want to stay in the classical age at all.
Nandes.
As Tsukiyomi here. As Tsukiyomi here. Actually, where did my Tsukiyomi go? You changed it. I think we want to go straight to the heroic age for either Shinobi or Yumi Horse Archer, or mix of both. Makes the most sense, right? Anyways. Up onto the top, couple villages do get smacked down. And we'll see where to next. Here's the thing with the Shinobi, rushing those out versus the Aztecs is they're going to be a raiding menace, right? Versus the Aztecs. You can't wall versus them because they kill the walls basically immediately. You can't kill them because you're making... Well, your units are just not fast enough, right? You don't have any speedy units faster than 5 speed to catch them, and then they have Shinjutsu, which is going to be able to get them back to safety. Anyways, nice little attack here from Nyan as Atif will turn. Trying to hold himself here. And there goes the Starfall up onto the top side as these poor Yumi archers get blown up by that special. You kind of have to go into spread formation on that run. Huge damage from Starfall. And it's 70 villages to 70. That's close here, but no, there's still god powers for Atif. So he's got a bit of a power spike that he can push back with. So the game's still in the balance. You look at the score diff, and the score diff is mostly just sitting here around that score diff, just on the fact that Nyan used his god power. That being said, Nyan has not really lost any units, and he's going to be looking to go to the Mythic Age through Tlaloc, and a big power spike is going to be hitting Atif very, very shortly. Upgrades coming through Golden Kite, survival equipment. Walls coming back up for Atif. So he's trying to take down the Great Temple over here as the Star Demon Tsitsimiddles are on their way. But with the walls here, he can pull back, he can push forward. As the Shogun will get in, dealing with the Tsitsimiddles nicely there. They've got to run. We do see the Atonton smashing coming through there for Nyan as well. As the units coming in from Atif. He does catch Nyan out a little bit, but Nyan now under this position. We've got the Lullaby and the Swampland, and Nyan says, I don't want anything to do with this Swampland. Let me get out of here. Lullaby finishes. Atif will be pulling back. The Great Temple of Nyan is going down here, but one behind this is going up. And here's the problem. The problem is that immediately upon the Mythic Age getting hit, there will be a sacrifice for 6 Myth units and potentially also a sacrifice for the Super Big Shipla. Now, of course, every Japanese player will know this, but we really got to get ourselves more buildings when we play as Japan. All of these units queued up. Feels bad. Feels bad. You don't want to have this. In fact, I think that Atif could be going Mythic Age here if he didn't have all those units queued up. This is going to really hurt Atif. Look at this. 105 food per samurai. 4, 8, 10, 13. 1,300 food queued up there. Him being able to be Mythic Age, or at least be halfway Mythic Age at this point, is not a question. It is a statement. He could be there if he'd macroed this a little bit better. Don't they use traps? I think, unfortunately, my take on the traps right now is they are a little bit too expensive. I'm not sure exactly if they are a lot too expensive, like the value for them should be around like the 50 wood mark, or if the value should be like 70 or 80 wood. I'm not 60, 78. It's somewhere between 100 and 50 is my contention. I think that if they were cheaper, you would see them more. As into the main base, the Pillar of Tlalocan does come down. I don't like this usage in the slightest. What does this do? Does this kill off the town center eventually if it just sits in here? Holy crap, it does. Where are the siege weapons? Rolling over here? Yes, they are. You can get over here and defend this. That's crazy. I didn't even realize that this was basically... And it hits the town center first and foremost. Really? And it doesn't like randomly hit other stuff? I would have thought it just starts randomly hitting everything, but it's just going after the town center. So it's basically a Tartarian Gate-esque god power usage, which will allow Nyan to break through the front here and try and take out Atif's town center. But now the Mythic Age is in for Atif. He will be able to just drop this down onto this army, say good night to these units. Like that. Oh, I do not understand this god power in the slightest. They're mostly all no, never mind. They all die. They're all dead. All right, I understand it. That's what I expected to have happen. Everyone dies. Dragon Typhoon. Everyone dies. We know that. So the Builder of Tlalocan does end up dying. Castle coming up for Atif as well. And, well, after all is said and done, the sacrifices are about to come through. He's going to get himself the Super Tech Shipla. He's making himself some Kinemetsen. I don't particularly like the Kinemetsen build here from Nyan. The reason I don't like it is because all the favor that he should be having right now should be going into this unit. Or this unit. Or this unit. all the 3 myth units that Nyan has access to in this game are amazing. They're an amazing addition to the Aztec army, and not using them here, instead going for a siege weapon that you're not going to use to push anytime soon, doesn't make sense to me. Now, I'll also check this as well. How many has he sacked? How many has he sacked? He's probably sacked 1 villager this entire game. So not really much favor gained from Nyan, and I feel like he's struggling because of it. I feel like he's in a worse off position because of it. Nonetheless, we got some Sean ones now coming through. We got the Eagle Warrior coming through. And Latif says, let's go. I don't think he should be. This is a scary army with that Quetzalcoatl incarnate. As Latif will pull back behind his walls. His queue is absolutely gigantic, though. He's got 6 dojo. He's got 1 stable, 5 guardhouses. You can probably get Levy. All right. Nyan, what are the Kimichin spies doing here? Please explain the Kimichin presence here. What is the idea? They are 1 population, so there is that. Nonetheless, Samurai going to be breaking through this position. I don't think that even with the incarnate that this fight was a good fight. I don't believe that he has the units just yet. Now, here's the big thing. Once Kid and Claw, Nyan, once he actually gets out enough of these Sean ones, oh baby, all of a sudden, life gets very, very, very tough for Atif. These Samurai do not beat the Sean ones. These, what are they called? The Samurai don't beat the Sean ones. Of course, the Yari Spearmen don't beat the Sean ones. The Bushi and the Yumi Archers do. But you kind of need to go into Horse Cav here if you are Tsukiyomi. You kind of need to go into Horse Cav so you can outmatch the speed of the, or match the speed of the Eagle Warrior with your kiting and allow you to actually deal with these guys. But I don't believe Atif understands that he needs to go into a little bit of a different unit. This is a nice little choke point, actually, though, for Atif, and he does have at least some pretty strong units behind this, as he's going to be able to push back a little bit. This choke point is just not the place to be attacking. We are seeing a little bit of effort over onto the right side from Nyan to try and secure this bottom right-hand corner. Yeah, so you need Horse Cav to take out the Sean ones. They're the best unit versus the Sean ones, without question. You could use Yumi Archer, but I'm gonna lock in. You want the Horse Archers against those, and then you can go for Shinobi. That would be my comp here. I'd go Shinobi Horse Cav versus what's happening at the moment. And then I would micro my socks off. Yumi Horse Archer. Sorry. Yumi Horse Archer. Did I say Horse Cav? Yeah, the good thing about the Yumi Horse Archer is that there's no excuse to be in range of the Eagle Warrior. So if the Eagle Warriors are molesting your Horse Archers, you are misplaying. But it's looking like Atif's way through this is working. I think this is mostly because Nyan's not microing the Eagle Warriors onto the back line. Nonetheless, the pushback here from Nyan as he's trying to hold on. Has he used it? Can I see if he's used this or not? Of course, I've seen him do this one, but has he sacrificed this one? It's all on 0, so I imagine he has nothing left, right? How do you tell, as an observer, if he's used the sacrifice? The other thing here that's probably a non-negotiable, as as the Aztecs in this situation is to get this sacrifice in and sack around about 10 to 20 villages immediately. So your favor gen starts going up, because I think, I could be wrong. Yeah, there's barely been any favor sacks from Nyan, and the easy thing to do with this is to just drop a god power right away, or drop 2 god powers, like another one of these guys, or whatever. And Atif now pulling back in a little bit of a tricky spot now, as the army of Nyan has gotten very, very powerful. And it's looking like Atif's economy has fallen off a cliff here. He is going for the push through onto this right side, as the Onmyoji, they do need to retreat away from these champion Automaton Smashers. They are a really nice counter, actually, to the Onmyoji, because they got such high base HP. As the Kinemetsun will come through and slowly take down the fortified town center of Atif, as Atif does appear to be crumbling here. We'll see what Atif can do to bring this back, but I don't see it. He's got 130 of 210 pop. His economy is not in a good spot. Does he have his upgrades? He does at the very least have all of his upgrades, but the economy is hurting. He moves over onto the This is why we're not allowed nice things. This is why we're not allowed nice things. Anyways, Nyan pushing in, and Atif will tap out here. GG, well played. A nice win from Nyan. I think Atif had his chances here. A little bit of a... Maybe a little bit on that knowledge gap of which units to build. Didn't see any of the Shinobi, didn't see any of the Yumi Horse Archer. Should be really, really strong versus what Nyan was doing for the majority of this game. In fact, I don't really know which unit you want to build versus that comp. Like, it's mostly just a micro fest, right? Of Shawn 1 Eagle Warrior on the side of the Aztec. If the Aztec player can control his units well enough, well, you can't really push is the thing, right? Like, okay, let me break this down. Let's get open. We're gonna open up MS Paint. I think we need to open up MS Paint for this to be fully understood. Give me a second so I don't flashbang you. All right, here we go. MS Paint time. So let's just say for a second that your army as the... Let's go with this one. It's too much. Let's say your army here is these guys, right? We have horse dudes. Right? These are horse dudes with bows. Right? And you've also got shinobi dudes. All right? That's your army here. I am a artistic genius. And on the other side, these guys are Shawn ones. Actually, let's go with red here. These guys are Shawn ones. And these guys at the back are Eagle Warriors. Of course, you can understand what's going on there. The unit that this guy wants to attack is this guy. The unit that this guy wants to attack is this guy. The unit that let's go with this. The unit that this guy wants to attack is this guy, and the unit that this guy wants to attack is this guy. So realistically, what we want to do here, I'm going to talk about this from the Japanese perspective. If you have just got here, rewind back about a minute because I'm not going over it again. So the horse archer should be sitting in front of my army, right? Such that if my Aztec opponent decides to A-move into me, like a lot of Age of Mythology players decide they want to do, so this guy goes like this, I would flip these guys around, right? And then I will start scooting backwards. Now, that means that the way to approach this army is to actually push forward with the Eagle Warriors. So the Eagle Warriors have to move forward. Now, if I see an army like this and I have my Shinobi, I'm not sure I can get my Shinobi. I don't think I can ever get my Shinobi past these guys onto these guys. So I have to split with my Shinobi. These guys can't be here. These guys are off in just going around and harassing and trying to catch these guys out, which means then the Shorn ones need to also go off and have fun with the Shinobi while the Eagle Warriors are trying to take out the Horse Archers. Which then basically means that once the Shorn ones come over to try and deal with the Shinobi raids, now the Shinobi say, goodbye, Shorn ones. I'm going to go back and I'm going to kill these guys. And now my Horse Archers are going to go off and they're going to kill off the Shorn ones and we're good to go. So there is a very, very complicated micro mess in this sort of army comp thing that seems incredibly difficult to pull off from both sides if both players are playing well, which is why we saw a 40-minute game between Pegasus and Matador, of which Pegasus lost. But I feel like if he played it 10 times, he would probably win half of them. That's my take. All right, GG. Well played. Eagle Warriors hard outrange the horse, but they don't have the speed. So here's the thing about ranged units, right? You didn't make Horse Archers? Well, that's probably because Matador wasn't making Shorn ones. If the Shorn ones don't come out, we don't need Horse Archers. So let me just demonstrate what I mean. Shinobi are not worth using without Smoke Bomb. Smoke Bomb was great. I like that. Smoke Bomb, very, very strong. I like that. Okay. So if this guy goes ahead and just attack moves in, hold on, we're going to see what this looks like. Of course, I would probably have more units, but I'm just doing this for the sake of argument. Army, move to points, make, set, attack move. Can I not just do this? Do I die if I keep doing that? Now let's try this again. I'm going to make you attack move even further. Wait. Oh, that would have been because of this, wasn't it? I keep getting owned by that. Oh, I'm on the wrong team. So do I take damage here if I do this? So if I do this and he's charging at me, we're good to stay out of range of the thing, right? And then as soon as he separates here, we go ahead and just in like that, right? These guys go that way, you guys go this way, and then we can run away, and then like something like that, right? And then these guys run and whatever. Do you have to like do a whole bunch of skirmishing? That's tough, actually. I think that can work though, especially with large numbers. Like if it's something like this. Let's see. Let's see if I can win this. Jesus, that stun is brutal. Like if you catch out the Eagle Warriors, you're good, right? Okay. Yeah, if you catch out the Eagle Warriors and you do that attack correct, you can kill them all. Actually, wait. Do I have way more population here? I think I do. These are these 3 and 3? And these are 3 and 4. Yeah, that's not a fair fight. I'll have to try it one day. I want to go for the old fast heroic and go into Shinobi as an idea at some point. See if we can make it work in an actual game. I'm going to play a game now. Yay. Who doesn't like a good Shinobi? It's like them and Nubites. Back in AOM, people made miracles to make them work. What are you talking about? Why not make normal cav instead of the Shinobi? It's because the Shawn ones beat everything. The Shawn ones are broken. They are a broken unit right now. Pod. We're playing ranked. Everybody wants to play a ranked game. All right. In onto the map, Okuchichibu. Everyone's favorite map. I don't think I've had a huge amount of success on this map lately. Kuvath! Oh, I got Dimitar.
Προς θηρευτής. Πρόσταγμα έστω. Θηρευτής.
Βούλομαι. Ορθός.
Bam-ba-dam-ba-dam.
Λέγε τέκτο μεταλλεύς.
Λέγε προς βούλομαι.
Έτοιμος. Ναι, τέκτον θρητόμος. Λέγε.
Πρόσταγμαν ορθάνη. Βούλани. Ορθός. Βούλομαι. Παν βούλομαι. Ορθάνη. Βούλομαι. Έτοιμος.
Προς θρητόμος.
Λέγε ορθάνη. Βούλani.
Ορθός. Πρόσταγμα. Πρόσταγμα. Βουάνι. Ορθός.
Alright, what's behind us?
Βούλον. Θηρευτής. Ναι, θηρευτής. Μάλιστα, θηρευτής.
Πρόσταγμα. Ορθάνι. Ορθός. Βουάνι.
There is back gold mines, okay.
Βουάνι. Ορθός.
Έτοιμη.
Λέγε. Λέγε. Βουάνι. Ορθός. Πάνι.
I think in this one, I'm just going to grab the town center normally. I don't think there's much point in anything else. Actually, you guys go over here.
Λέγε. Βούλομαι. Λέγε. Μάλιστα. Τέκτον. Τέκτον. Έτοιμος. Ορθός.
Πρόσταγμα. Τέκτον. Μεταλλεύς.
Έτοιμος. Παν. Βούλομαι.
We could go for Ares against Ra. Sort of makes sense. I imagine he's just going to sort of abuse the old Petsukos versus me, which is scary.
Πρόσταγμα. Ορθάνι.
But
Βούλομαι.
I don't know.
Πρόσεχε.
We'll see what we can do.
Βούλομαι. Έστω. Θηρευτής.
Έστω.
Έτοιμος. Έτοιμος. Πάνι. Λέγε. Ορθός. Λέγε. Μάλιστα.
Λέει ναι. Μεταλλεύς.
Προσβούστ. Μεταλλεύς. Ναι. Μεταλλεύς. Πρόσταγμα. Πρόσταγμα. Βουάνι. Ορθάνι. Βούλομαι. Λέγε. Πρόσεχε. Πρόσταγμα. Μάλ. Θηρευτής. Λέγε.
6.
Έτοιμος. Βούλο. Θηρευτής. Έτοιμος. Ορθός.
What's this relic? I imagine he's already got that one.
Λέει πρόσταγμα.
Jurang?
Esto. Ne.
I'll still go grab it. That's actually a really nice relic for us.
Λέγε.
How much does this cost again? 15. Okay. And it's also what? 100. So I need just a little bit more gold. These guys can go over here.
Βούλομαι, ναι. Λέγε. Πρόσταγμα. Μάλιστα. Ταπεινός.
Έτοιμη. Τέκτον. Βούλομαι. Λέει μάλι. Μεταλλεύς. Τέκτον.
Λέγε. Ορθός. Βούλομαι. Έτοιμος. Πρόσεχε. Ρητόμος. Λέγε. Έστω. Τέκτον. Μεταλλεύς.
Molly's honey. Leia. Esto.
Πρόσταγμα. Ορθός.
Okay.
Πρόστα. Βούλομαι. Θηρευτής. Έτοιμο. Μάλιστα. Θηρευτής.
Πρόσεχε.
Ναι. Με μεταλλεύς.
I'm gonna need to get out my Deuterino soon. You know what I mean by the Deuterino, right?
Πρόσεχε. Τέκτον. Βούλομαι. Τέκτον. Τέκτον.
Ne.
Ναι. Βούλομαι. Βουφορβός.
Esto.
Λέγε. Βούλομαι. Πρόσταγμα. Έτοιμος.
Malista. Kalos. Malista. Ispoli.
Λέγε.
Prosta honey. Bulame.
Έστω.
Έτοιμη. Τέκτον.
Les ne.
Πρόσεχε. Λέγε. Τέκτον.
Prohan bulame.
Πρόσταγμα. Μάλιστα. Βούλομ. Ναι. Βουφορβός. Τέκτον. Πρόσταγμα. Ορθός.
Λέγε. Έτοιμη. Τέκτον. Βρυτόμος.
Pro. Malista. Ulam, honey.
Έτοιμος.
Let's have a town center. Okay. Straight to the heroic age we go.
Μαθηρευτής.
Hane, Malista.
I can't really
Esto.
pressure him anywhere, but I will go look for
Βούλομαι. Πρόσεχε έκτον.
some stuff.
Έτοιμος.
Actually, you know what?
Ne, Esto. He's bullet. Malista.
I'm just going to leave you... I'm going to leave my Orpheus on my base so I don't just lose a whole bunch of villagers to a random eclipse thing.
Έστω. Ναι.
Λέγε ορθός.
Λέγε. Μάλιστα.
Πρόσταγμ, ναι. Βουφορβός.
Λέγε πρόσταγμ θηρευτής.
Πρόσεχε.
Ulame. Kalos.
Πρόσεχε πρόσταγμα.
Έτοιμος.
Λέγε ναι. Βουφορβός.
Prostagma.
Λέγε. Ναι, μάλιστα.
Μάλιστα. Τέκτον. Λέγε βούλομ θηρευτής.
He's mocking.
Πρόσεχε.
Πρόστα. Εισβολή.
Lay. Malista. Ulame. Ulame. Ne, as honey. Malista. Etimos. Ne, honey. Oro.
Έτοιμος.
Έτοιμος. Έσου ναι. Βουφορβός.
Έτοιμη. Τέκτο. Μεταλλεύς.
Πρόσεχε θρητόμος.
Προεβούλομαι.
Proseke. Ne, Esto. Malista. Leye. Ulame. Leye. Malista. Ne, han. Esto. Prosek. Ulame. Malista.
Πρόσεχε. Ναι.
Ne, ne. Pros, honey. He's bully.
Λέγε ναι. Μάλ θρητόμος.
Πρόστα. Τέκτον.
Έτι θρητόμος. Πρόσεχε θρητόμος. Ναι. Θρητόμος.
Λέγε.
Έτοιμος. Βούλομαι. Μάλιστα. Λέγε θηρευτής.
As honey. As
Okay. A little bit of spearman on spearman shenanigans.
Ulame.
Λέγε.
Έτοιμος. Βούλομαι. Μεταλλεύς. Λέγε έστω. Τέκτον. Πρόσταγμ. Ναι. Τέκτον. Λέγε έστω. Ταπεινός.
Pro. As Nesto.
Τέκτον.
Mal. Honey. Ulame.
We'll go in for...
Λέγε βούλομαι. Τέκτον.
Actually, you guys can stay here.
Πρόσταγμα.
Πρόσεχε. Μάλιστα. Τέκτον.
Έτοιμος. Πρόσεχε έκτον.
Έτοιμη. Τέκτον.
Πρόσταγμα.
Μεταλλεύς.
Μεταλλεύς.
Mal. Ne, Malista.
Έτοιμη.
Esto. He's mocking.
Έτοιμη.
Honey.
Πρόσταγμα.
Λέγε τέκτον.
Μάλιστα. Βουφορβός.
Ne, Malista.
Πρόσταγμα. Μάλιστα.
Okay.
Πρόσταγμα.
Έτοιμος.
Definitely want to get myself
Honey. Esto. Ne.
some sort of a
Πρόσεχε
castle.
έστω.
Right over here would be good.
Τέκτον.
Etimos. Esto.
Πρόσεχε.
Λέγε τέκτον. Γεωργός. Θρητόμος.
Λέγε. Μεταλλεύς.
Λέγε εκτόν.
Etimos. Malis. Hello.
Προς. Έστω. Βούλομαι.
Honey. He's mocking.
Βάνι. Βούλομαι.
Πρόσταγμα.
Ulame. Ne. He's fully.
Λέγε. Έτοιμος.
Βούλομαι.
Proseke. Poro.
Πρόσταγμα. Έτοιμο. Ορθός. Λέγε βούλομαι.
Προς. Βούλομαι. Βουφορβός.
Pros. Malis. Ulame. Malista. Ne. Ulame. Esto. Honey.
Έτοιμος. Ναι.
Ναι. Τέκτον.
Προς μάλιστα τέκτον.
Πρόσεχε. Τέκτον. Τέκτον.
Okay.
Έτοιμη.
Τέκτον. Λέγε τέκτον. Πρόσεχε τέκτον.
Λέει. Τέκτον.
Τέκτον. Προς τα τέκτον.
Ναι, πανί. Έτοιμος. Ναι.
Definitely don't need this much gold, so let's sort that out.
Ευρυτόμος.
Έτοιμος. Καλώς. Πρόσεχε. Ναι.
Πρόσταγμα επάνω. Βούλομαι.
Λέγε. Έτοιμο. Ναι. Μάλιστα. Ναι. Πανί.
Τέκτον.
Ναι. Βούλομαι. Εισβολή. Λέγε. Βούλομαι. Ναι. Πανί. Βούλομαι. Ναι. Βούλομαι. Καλώς.
Λέγε.
Μάλ μεταλλεύς.
Πανί. Βούλομαι.
Προσέκτον.
Προτέκτον. Λέγε.
Okay.
Έτι. Βούλομαι. Τέκτον.
Έτι. Τέκτον. Πρόσεχε. Βούλον. Βρυτόμος.
Πρόσεχε. Ναι. Βούλομαι. Πανί. Πρόσεχε.
Ορθός. Όρο. Καλώς. Εισβολή. Λέγε.
Έτοιμος. Καλώς.
Πρόσταγμα.
Έτοιμο. Μάλιστα. Έστω. Ναι.
Πρόσταγμα.
Έτοιμος.
Λέει. Πανί. Μάλιστα. Βούλομαι.
Πρόσταγμα. Τέκτον. Μεταλλεύς.
Λέγε.
Ναι. Έστω. Μεταλλεύς.
Λέγε.
Λέγε. Τέκτον.
Πρόσταγμα. Τέκτον.
Πρόσεχε. Θρητόμος.
Έτοιμος. Πρόσεχε. Βούλομαι. Πανί. Ναι.
Έτοιμος.
Λέγε. Έστω.
Λέγε. Θρητόμος. Πρόσταγμα. Πρόσεχε. Έστω.
Έτι. Ναι. Πανί. Ναι.
Πρόσταγμα. Τέκτον.
Έτοιμη. Μάλιστα.
Μάλιστα.
Βούλομαι.
Τέκτον. Προσέκτον.
Βούλομαι. Πανί.
Πρόσταγμα.
Λέγε. Προσέκτον.
Έτι. Ναι. Μεταλλεύς.
Okay.
Λέγε. Τέκτον.
Έτοιμη. Προστέκτον. Λέγε. Βρυτέκτον.
Έτοιμος. Πρόσεχε. Τέκτον.
Πρόσεχε. Τέκτον.
I think that's up.
Έστω.
Let's start
Λέγε. Πρόστα. Ναι. Τέκτον.
attempting to get out of this little bind we're in our base.
Πρόσεχε.
Μάλιστα.
That's gonna happen.
Έστω.
Βούλομαι.
Μάλιστα.
Πρόστα. Ναι. Έστω.
Λέγε. Εισβολή. Πανί. Εισμάχιν.
Έτοιμη.
Έστω. Βούλομαι.
Πάνι. Πάνι. Βούλομαι. Πάνι. Βούλани.
Ναι. Ναι. Βούλομαι. Έστω.
Πρόσταγμα. Πρόσταγμα.
Ναι. Δρυτόμος.
Προστέκτον.
Έτοιμος. Λέγε.
Τέκτον. Τέκτον.
Λέγε.
Πρόσταγμα.
Λέγε. Πρόσταγμα. Πανί.
Λέγε. Πρόσεχε.
Τέκτον.
Λέγε. Έστω. Μεταλλεύς.
Βούλομαι. Μεταλλεύς.
Πανί. Μάλιστα.
Μάλιστα.
Έτοιμη. Τέκτον.
Έτοιμος. Γεωργός.
Προστέκτον. Γεωργός.
Ναι. Ναι. Έστω.
Έτοιμη.
Έτοιμος. Βούλομαι. Βούλομαι. Πανί. Ναι. Μάλιστα. Βούλομαι. Μάλιστα.
Έτοιμη. Έστω. Μάλιστα.
Ισμάχιν.
Πρόσταγμα. Βούλομαι. Μάλιστα.
Καλώς.
Λέγε. Έστω. Μεταλλεύς.
Ορθός. Πάνι. Βούλο. Πάνι.
Πρόσταγμα. Καλώς. Εισβολή.
Καλώς. Καλώς. Βούλομαι.
I didn't get my upgrades. What the hell?
Ισμάχιν. Ορθός. Πάνι. Πρόσταγμα. Λέγε.
Πρόσταγμα. Έστω. Ναι. Έσμα. Βούλομαι.
Μάλιστα.
Έτοιμος.
Ναι. Βούλον. Τέκτον.
Τέκτον.
Έτοιμος.
Oops.
Πρόσταγμα. Έτοιμος. Φάνη.
Έστω.
Πρόσεχε. Βούλομαι.
Λέει ορθός.
Ναι.
Πρόσμα ταπεινός.
Ναι. Βούλαμε. Ναι. Έστω. Πανί.
Μάλιστα. Έστω. Έστω.
Προσμάνει. Καλός. Καλός.
Μάλιστα.
Μάλιστα. Μάλιστα. Βούλομαι.
Πρόσεχε.
Πρόσταγμα. Μάλιστα.
Έστω.
Τεκ.
Μάλιστα.
Έτοιμη. Ναι.
I need lightning storm.
Ναι. Έστω.
I need lightning storm like yesterday.
Λέγε.
Λέγε. Προβούτεκτον.
Τέκτον.
Έτοιμη.
Can we get lightning storm in? Okay. Can I get a market up?
Πρόσεχε. Ναι. Μα με μεταλλεύς.
Πρόσταγμα. Θρητόμος. Τέκτον. Λέγε. Έστω. Ναι. Θρητόμος.
Έστω. Ναι, μάλιστα. Έστω.
Πρόσεχε. Λέγε. Πρόσταγμα. Έτοιμος. Βούλομαι. Μάλιστα. Έτοιμος. Ορθβούλομαι. Λέγε. Τέκτον.
Λέγε. Προσδρυτόμος. Τέκτον.
Πρόσταγμα.
Φανή.
Λέγε.
Έστω.
Πρόσεχε. Βούλομαι. Πρόσταγμα. Φάνη. Ορθός.
Βούλαμε.
Βούλομαι. Λέγε. Έστω.
Έστω.
Έτοιμος. Πρόσταγμα.
Ναι.
Λέγε.
Ναι.
Βούλαμε. Έστω. Ναι. Ναι.
Πρόσταγμα. Ναι.
I'm gonna need to get out of my base.
Βούλομαι. Λέγε. Μάλιστα.
We could have it onto this.
Τέκτον.
Πρόσταγμα.
Μάλιστα.
Έτοιμος.
Γεωργός.
Έστω. Γεωργός.
Χώρο.
Πρόσταγμα. Τέκτον.
Λέγε.
Πρόσεμα. Τέκτον.
Βούλαμε.
Έτοιμος. Πάνι. Ισμάχιν. Ορθός. Πάνι. Βούλομαι. Ορθός. Πάνι. Λέγε. Εισβολή. Χώρο. Έτοιμο. Καλός. Λέγε. Έτοιμος. Ισμάχιν. Πρόσταγμα. Ορθός. Καλός. Λέγε. Πάνι.
Έστω. Έστω. Μάλιστα.
Βούλο. Εισβολή.
Μάλιστα.
Έτοιμος. Χώρο.
Πρόσεχε. Έστω.
Πρόσταγμα. Ορθός.
Μάλιστα.
Λέγε. Πρόσεχε. Βούλαμε.
Έτοιμη. Έστω.
Λέγε. Έτοιμος. Πρόσταγμα.
Πρόσεχε.
Well, we tried. I think I could probably keep playing, but I just don't have upgrades. I needed upgrades. Why don't I just buy upgrades and then go? I wasn't in a rush. If I just went full upgrades, I think I'm fine. That's frustrating. Why didn't I just get upgrades? Super stupid. We have all the position we want. I have the gold, I got everything. I don't know why I decided to push then. I guess Lightning Storm made me want to go, and I thought maybe I can kill the Son of Osiris. Oh well. We tried. GG. Recon's probably the worst with the Hamadryad. This guy is terrible with it. Never seen him even try and use it. Big jerk. Come into my chat. Give him a big warning. Be part of the good times, or else I'll send another warning. I think I could have won that one. I think I just need to get my upgrades in. Full population. Fully ironed up. Late game. Demeter army should be fine there, but I just decided I wanted to attack before I got it all. You can ask Avoth. First time I ever used the Hamadryad, I got 40 kills. Beautiful. That's how it works. It's supposed to get me 40 kills. I did get quite a few procs, but it was mostly on siege towers. Seems like a good idea. Nice counter to the old tree. Siege. Any chance I can random not Demeter? No chance. Random and Demeter is all I get, apparently. Yeah. I think I cancelled my trees once in that game, unfortunately. I cancelled one tree once unintentionally, and that forced me to put my my god power down. I think maybe I should have gone for another cast of that god power. That would have made me feel real safe. Yeah, there's no need to go and fight him ever. Basically, I think the Ra just will fall flat if I get to like 25 minutes without losing an entire army. It should be fine. I think I was in a good spot. I don't... Here's what it is. You make stupid mistakes sometimes. Asbjorn against Isis on this map. I can't hide from you forever, Fbot. Well, you have to come play me when I'm playing non-ladder games. Today I'm playing ladder games. This guy is fake Danish? Yeah, it's true. Look at him. He's got a different flag. It's not a Danish flag. What the hell?
Greek tayo, kids.
Greek tayo.
Finito. Kids. Rig, no.
Inagirek.
And kids, no.
Jirak.
I love goats. Give me more goats.
Rig,
In Greek.
I kind of want to do
kids, by
a 3-town center strat here. Will it be okay for you guys if we do the 3-town center strat?
in which
In Greek, you
3 town centers. Guy's crazy. What's this cost?
Girek. No.
Greek tayo. UIR.
I haven't done it in a while.
in which
It's always fun.
Sandwich. Genito. Tayo. In which UER. Bea.
I actually think I should have made wolves in the last game. That would have made so much sense if I went into a whole bunch of wolves, because they would have completely dominated the cav. And considering Kavoth is going to sit there and do nothing for half the game anyways, I would have been hugely in front on economy. Next time.
In Bea. In Greek. And UIO. In Greek. You refer.
What is that? I don't know what that is. Right? Some promptly. Sentry towers are cheaper. Wild.
You refer. Ak. Nu. Ent you Bea. And which you refer.
In Akbarinitu.
In which you Bea.
Greg Urif kids.
Genito. Agree you refer. You I dio.
Actually, I'm going to run over here and put a sneaky obelisk. So this map I can run in front of his base and I should be okay. So I'll go here and then I'll go up to the forest and I'll go over here. Hopefully that's good enough. I am also assuming right now that he's going for a thingamajiggy.
Kid.
A dwarven armory opening.
In which
In you. Bea.
In a dark. In what?
Greek. Image erect Bea. Gereg. And UIR. Entio. Irif Bea. And which. Enito. Tayo. UIR.
I believe I got a town center here or here. And my giraffe are also, I think, on that side. Whether or not we can actually grab them, I don't know.
And we you Tayo. Ayo refer. In Greek.
Inito. Greg Tayo. No. In which. No. In you refer. Ak. UIR. No.
Enito. Tayo. In you.
Ohio.
Greg you refer. Kids.
Greek you refer.
Gires. Ak. Erifir. Ak.
And you refer. In Greek, Enito, UIR.
Big scouts.
In Aya kids.
Ohio.
Into image kid. And ayo tayo UIR.
In what?
Ayo tayo.
In a Erifir.
Give you kid. Ayo UIR.
Inito. Akbaya. In which tayo.
Into UER.
Greg kids.
Tayo refer. UIR.
Okay.
And ayo refer.
Oh, he's going to go for a...
Tayo.
Okay, he is going to go for somewhat of an all-in on this side. So what we want to do here is we want to lock off
You refer.
the other side if we can.
Into you.
In which you need rig. You I air. You act. No.
Greek.
You need no.
You I air. You refer. You refer.
Rig. You refer. You I air. In which rig. Kids.
Tayo. You I air. Image I kid. You I air. Tayo. You refer. Tayo. You refer. In which you refer. Into you. Tayo. You refer. Tayo. You refer.
Tayo.
Greek. Tayo. Gary. Into you. I air.
And refer.
Into kid.
You need to.
You ak. Gerek. Nine dishret. Tayo. You I air. You refer. Which.
In which rig. Ro I tayo.
Hey.
Gerek. Kid. Image. Kid.
You need to. Kids.
Tayo. You refer. Tayo. You I air. Into you. You refer. Greek. Tayo. You I air. Tayo. You I refer. Ia at you. Tayo. You I air.
In a
And with you refer. In with you crow in yawit. In ak nine dishret. You I air. Gerek no.
I need another barracks.
Great enito. Tayo. Into you. Gerek. In I you refer. You at you ak nine dishret. You I air.
Rig.
Into you I you kid. Tayo.
You need to know.
Gerek. You
Rig.
refer.
You I air. In which kids.
You Gerek ak you refer. Kid. You I air. You refer. Tayo. You I air. You refer. You Tayo.
You need to.
Gerek. Into you. Crow
Rig.
in
Ro
yawit.
iatawit.
You refer. You Tayo. You I air. Image ak. In the UER. Gerek, kid. Into you. In which. In the U refer. Into
You
you.
need to. Act. Kids.
Tayo. You I air.
In which rig. Tayo. No.
You into you. In which. Tayo. Nine dishret. In UER. In which. You refer. And in you refer. Tayo. Into kids. Gerek.
How do I forget houses is this god?
You refer. Tayo. Into you.
You need to. Kids.
You refer. Tayo. You refer.
in Tayo.
Gerek. Into you. Into UER. You are into you. You I air.
Gerek.
In which. You I air. Into you. Into you. Into you. Into you.
And you in a
In which. In you. Into you. You refer.
You refer.
Tayo.
You
Rig. Act. You I tayo. Baya. In which.
kid. You refer.
Very aggressive.
Refer.
You
I am out of...
Greek. Tayo. UIR.
Why can't I see anything here? What is this?
Tayo.
I'm out of food.
Ini kids. Greek.
Tayo repair. UER. Kid. And in UIR. Into
Greek.
in you refer. Yeah, at you. Gereg. Kid. Into. Tayo. In UIR.
Ini ak. EU refer. You are kids.
And you refer. In UIR. You throw in Yahweh. Tayo.
Greek kids.
Greek. In you refer. Kid. Tayo refer. Tayo. Greek. Tayo refer. Tayo. I throw into Yahweh. Tayo. IUIR. You kid. Kid. In kid. And Greek. Tayo. And go into you.
Ini two kids.
You refer. Tayo. UIR. Tayo. UIR. Tayo.
In which are kids.
Girej.
Gereg. Kid. Into UER.
Greek Thai kids.
You kid.
Pom.
Into kid. And you refer. UIR. You refer.
I gotta sack that, I think.
Tayo. Tayo. You refer. Tayo. You refer.
Ini two. In which ak. EU kids. Kids. Ini two baya.
In and which. Tayo refer. UIR. Greek. Tayo. Greek. And which. Tayo.
Right, the problem here is I just need spearmen, and I don't have spearmen.
You refer.
Greek Hochi. In kids baya. Ini kids baya.
Greek. Tayo.
Soon I will have spearmen.
You kid. In Greek. You refer. UIR. You refer. And we. You refer. You refer. Into you. Into you. Into you. You refer. Gereg.
In UIR kids.
Inito. UIR. UIR. Into you. And which. You refer. Into you. UIR. Tayo. You refer.
Greek. Ak. Tayo.
Tayo. In ak. You refer. Kid. In which. UIR.
Ini
Gereg.
EU refer. You ak. UIR.
Into you. You bear. Tayo. You refer.
Oops, misclicks.
Ini aya Greek Tayo.
Tayo. You refer. In kid.
In kids. Ini two.
UIR. Tayo. Gereg. Image. Correct. You refer.
Greek kids.
UIR.
No!
In which. Tayo.
It's all going downhill!
Tayo. Refer. Tayo. UIR.
In which EU refer. Kids.
And Greek. Refer.
UIR. Who ERT.
UIR. Tayo. Tayo.
Greek Hochi. EU kids.
You refer. Tayo. You refer. Into you. Tayo. And we. Tayo refer. Tayo. UIR. Tayo. UIR. Tayo. Tayo refer.
Finito. Kids.
Ia at you.
Enak. Aya.
And we finito. UIR. Tayo refer. Tayo. Hindi you refer. UIR. Tayo. Tayo. UIR. Tayo. UIR. And we. Tayo. Tayo.
Finito. Greg. EU Baya. Kids.
UIR. At you. Tayo refer. At you. You are. And at you. Into you.
I need Spearman again.
Tayo repair. UIR. Tayo repair. UIR. Tayo.
Ini
UIR.
Aya
At you. Into. Tayo repair.
Only my villagers could actually attack here.
UIR.
At you.
Ray, you refer. Baya. Finito.
What am I going to use this favor on? Another prosperity or something? I'm not sure.
Into you. In you. In you.
And Tayo Erifir.
In which UIR Baya. EU Ak Baya.
At you.
My queue is so large of units that I can't. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, we're gonna run this way, I think.
In which Finito. Tayo Baya. Greg. Ihochi. In which Greg. Kids.
Into you.
Finito Baya.
In
Ak Baya.
In kid. Tayo. UIR. Tayo. Into you. Tayo repair.
EU Kids.
And which. And you. UER.
In which
Kid.
Greg. Kids Baya. In which
In kid. Kid. Any great UIR. Into you.
In Wedge.
Any you refer. Any go into you. UER.
Jirej. And Tio Ak. Tayo Ak.
In you refer. UEL. And in you. Garrick. Into you. Into you.
Okay, we come over here.
You refer. Into you.
These guys will not escape.
UEL. And which. And you. Garrick. In you refer. Into you. You refer.
Never mind. They will escape.
Rig.
You refer. Garrick.
En rig. King.
You refer. Into you. Into you. UEL. You refer. Into you. UEL. Into you refer. UEL. In you. At you.
Okay.
Into you.
Energy. Tile. Arc.
Gritayo. At you. Agree. At you. At you.
Finito.
Definitely need to get some monuments up. One monument at this point is not ideal. Let's do that now. GG! We survived the crazy Norse! Let's go! 3 town center is always the way, ladies and gentlemen. It's never not the way. I do have some. Yeah, I got these upgrades. What did he have? He had this one. That was a fun game. I played awesome, but I should never win that. I disagree. I should win this every single time. Big mistake I had was not building buildings around this town center. That's what I should have done. I should have had this town center been much more protected. Ah, that was a fun game. How far in front was I on villages? He did actually catch up. If attack move worked, then this would be an unbeatable strategy for Thor. Thor would never beat this because the villagers, I can just use my plus 50 villager advantage and use 30 villagers in my army to hold the gold mine. But because attack move don't work on villagers, it makes it a little more tough. Well, that was fun. Close game. Almost lost, but didn't. Yay. GG. We played 2 fun games today, and one against Kovoth, which was almost fun. Now try the same thing with Kwafu. A big brain. The only problem there is you have to spread your base out, which is tough. You missed the announcement. F-Pod's waiting for an open lobby. I'm terrified of F-Pod. He's too strong now. I taught him all of the secrets, and now he's going to come and dominate. Gave him 1 free coaching session, and now he's already 2K. We're going to watch another game. Let me see if I can find one on the ladder. Yeah, right now, Grass and Asbjorn are playing, and Satfat and Kavoth are playing. It'd be cool if both of them were playing against each other. Pretty rare to see a Grass game, but let's watch Kavoth for a hot second. Are we sure A move isn't working? I'm like fairly sure it wasn't working then, but I could be wrong. Oh man, I'm tired. It's gonna be bedtime soon, I think. A move on villages is still 100% not working. There you go. Yeah, if the villages A move was working, then a lot of the like defensive chemo style strategies come back, and units like the raiding cavalry will fall off a cliff with their utility. So hopefully when villager A move gets fixed, we also get a slight buff to the raiding cavalry. Raiding cavalry will still dominate Kwafu. Well, Kwafu aren't really villagers, are they? They're in their own category. If you use the Kwafu as part of your army, you're probably playing the game wrong. You see what I'm saying there, Mr. Youngov? Oof. Yeah, I'm these games have pooped me out today. We played some fun ones. The one against Pong Style was good fun. I'm trying A move in a skirmish and it's like 39% working. Love it. Absolutely love it. Is this the SatFat? This is the SatFat. Pop Scribble says China still has too much going for it. Really? This is live. Yes, they are basically playing right now. Actually, we'll speed up to live. If you missed the announcement, you just got to scroll back about an hour and 45 minutes. The announcement happened at about 2 hours into the stream. Holy shifting sands! Yeah, fuck him up, SatFat! Fuck him up! Show him the business! What's got no skill? All he does is sit there and do nothing. Show him what it means to have some set skill. Yes! Yes, SatFat! No, don't run the Pharaoh. You need that to finish the Migdol. Come on, SatFat, you can do this. Kvot's abusing myth units again. Get the Scorpion Man in there. Good. Fantastic. Migdol's stronghold needs to be finished. Keep the village. Oh, no. Oh, no. All right. At least Migdol is up now. Yeah, fuck him up. And get the siege works up. Show him the business, SatFat. No, siege works. Who cares about anything else? All right. Get these villagers off of food, onto wood, stat. These ones are on food. 2 villagers here. Oh, he goes for an elephant? My guy. Let's go. That's so much. That's a better idea than I had. Right into the elephant. And now you have to go into chariot archers. You have to get a priest in here to heal up the elephant and go into chariot archers. Quick. The Wadget in as well to kill the villagers. Yes. Yes. Now kill the tower. Kill the tower. Yes. Don't lose the priest. No. Finish the bloody tower off. Come on, we got too much food. We need wood. Chariot archer. Immediately. Wadget in. Good. Pool of elf. Kill building. Units. No, where are you going? Kill the buildings. Kill the buildings. Oh! Please, just knock the buildings down. Chariot archers, quick. Yes. Yes, wood villages. Yes, sat fat. All right, garrison. Garrison. Yes. We need priests. Come on, Safad. You got this. Yes. It'll make him take damage. Distract. You've got the skills. We just have to deal with these fucking Kamatachis. Yes, this guy. Be careful. Don't lose the Pharaoh. Don't lose the Pharaoh. Micro. Micro. Yes, good. Run. Good. Snipe. Good. Pharaoh. Good. Fantastic. Garrison. Yes. No, not that one. Garrison these guys. Come on, Sap. You got this, Sap Fat. Okay, good on the Kamatachi. They will both come back, though, so you need to get more priests in. Siege works is fine. Good. We wanted this. Pharaoh on the siege works. Pharaoh on the siege works. Get this up ASAP. Don't need more units faster. They will come out. You don't have the income. Siege works immediately. Show him the business. Satfat the king. Yep. Kill the village. Don't let the tower. Yeah, no towers. No towers on this day. Yes. No. Micro. Yeah. Keep the. Yes. Keep the elephant alive. Good stuff. Watch the Kamatachi though. Into the Migdol, please. Everyone safe. Good. Everyone into the Migdol. Keep the chat. Yes. Everyone alive. Good. I love it. This is absolutely it. He puts a bloody tower up, but you do have range. You can outrange the tower with the chariots to poke the villagers down. So come in here, hit the village. Can you see this? You can absolutely see this. Don't let him get away with this terrible decision. Yep, in you go. Yes, good. Don't charge. Good. Love it. No. Yep, good. More units. Yes, siege tower. Okay, he does have some scary units, so you do have to be careful. More priests. Every bit of resource needs spending here. Don't throw anything away. Run this guy. Attack with chariot. Good. Love it. Heal the siege tower. Good. Back. Attack it. Yes, back on the temple. Attack move. Attack move. Kill the Yadi. Yes. Keep these guys alive. Oh, no. Keep it alive. Run. All right, you can win this. You just have to kill off. Okay, you can't win this. This is hard. Garrison. Abuse the. No, don't lose all the. Oh, no. Damn it. Oh, no. Satfat. He's falling prey to the Razorwind Kamatachi. These are a tough unit to beat, for sure. Where'd the siege tower go? Did we lose the siege tower as well? More priests. No more chariots. I only want to see priests. Get them in. Villagers are idle. Yes.
Into you.
Yep. Stay hidden. Stay secret. Stay safe. Don't lose these guys. Safe. Safe.
Into you.
Damn it. Needs to lose this game. He's trolled for the last time. Satfat, gold. We need gold, Satfat. Quick. Gold mines. Does he not see this? He doesn't see the gold mine here. Oh God, he's going into the middle of the map. All right. Kavath is getting away with murder over on this. Oh no, his camel riders have been spotted. It's okay. He can run. He can heal. It's fine. All right. This is good. Onto that position. Just need to get some more damage. Good. A little bit to... Okay. That was nice from Kavath. Sneaky boy. But yeah, like you're playing up against about 10 billion Kamatachis. You need hero. Like yesterday. Take everyone off of everything and just build priest. Everyone onto gold and just build priest. Alright, this is good. Yep, distract. Run these villages. Stay safe. Stay. Oh God, he spotted you. Okay, that's fine. Garrison micro. Good. Okay. Okay, you can still hold this. It's gonna be tough. You can do it. You can do it though. Good control. These villages are dead. It's fine. Get these guys back over onto here. Allow the villagers to die. This is fine. Get back over to here. This is fine. We don't need villagers. We just need to kill him. Siege towers. Quick. Priests. Siege towers. Okay. Wadjet versus Kamatachi is not going to go well for us. Villagers over here dying. That's not going to go well for us. Satfat, no. It was going so well. It was going so well. Too bad myth units were OP. What can I say? Feels bad. Oh, dear. It's so close. So close. Oh, look at this abuse. Oh, no. Oh, no. Just pure abuse from Kavoth. Satfat, he's playing a modest game of Age Mythology. He's really been, what's the word for it? When you play without abusing? What's the word? What's the opposite of abuse in Age Mythology? That's what he's doing. He's doing that. He's being honest. That's right. He's playing with ethical. That's the word. Satfat, ethical player. Kavov, massive abuser. The Satfat deserved this win. Satfat deserved it. Just a couple more priests, it would have been good. Satfat does have the integrity. Kavov, no integrity. He'll do anything for a win. Oh, dear. All right, what are we going to do now? I think it is roughly bedtime for me, so I might head off for now. So we have the Satfat set shenanigans coming up. That'll be the first round. Will be next week. Check the handbook before I scoot off. Where's the handbook? Oh, here it is. More info in the handbook. All right, we'll do a little last minute thing on this. Smackaroonie. I'll get rid of my camera so you can see what's happening. Alrighty, so this is the cheeky little handbook. We've got all of our nice things. I think we already sort of went over it all, so this looks very nice and professional. Oh my god. So week 1 will finish for the seedings. Finish literally in how many hours? 10? It's currently 16 GMT to 22. So in 6 hours, the seedings will close. Oh, wait, excuse me. Is that incorrect? No, the seedings are opening in 6 hours. The seedings open in 6 hours. The seedings close next week. I've got this right. The seedings close next week, Saturday, 16th of May. And then the show matches will be on the 14th of May. Then we have all the rest, and then we have the victory and the losses, and then we have the maps, and we have the god drafting, and we have all the other stuff. We've got the tournament operations, got competitive integrity, we got the technical gameplay rules, we got all the other shenanigans here, and that's the shenanigans there. So it's very exciting stuff. I for one am very excited about said stuff. So there is that. And we'll see what's happening on the 17th of May, which is next weekend. All right. Let me see who's doing the stuff over here. Magic is doing some stuff. So I'm going to give him a little cheeky Raider-Rooney. And I'll see you guys when I see you. Have a fantastic rest of your day, week, month, year, night, etc. Oh, Satfat is... Wait, hold on. Okay. I'll see you guys later. Bye.